What is up, my friends? We are live. My sincere apologies that we were a couple of moments late, but as I'm sure you're aware, new studio, new technology, new issues for us to deal with, and we've dealt with them. So we're good to go. Are we ready? Last preseason game, the Reds taking on Darmstadt, and the good news is you were 15 minutes late or so for me, but the game's been moved back 15 minutes, so we are all good to go. I hope that you are enjoying the new Anfield Agenda studio. It is magnificent. And I like it. I think I think we're good to go. What are we saying? What are we saying to the new chat? Holy shit, this is amazing. We love that. We'll take it. We can talk about the third bid rejected for Lavia as well, my friends. Don't worry about that. Jamie Carragher spot on, by the way, saying that we need to get this sorted. We need to stop penny pinching. I'm just moving a few things around on my screen to get myself ready to go. So yeah, do we like the new studio? We're going to layer up the graphics segment by segment, building it up to the full watch along where you will have your team news on screen, you will have breaking news on screen, sponsors on screen, the starting 11 on screen, everything that you guys, we promised you, new studio, new season, and we are good to go. Right. I'm just moving things across so I can get the numbers and stuff. There we go. Everything is tickety-boo. Kate Johnson, welcome, my friend. Anfield Agenda FC, first new member of the new studio. You'll always have a special place in my mind now for that, Kate. So thank you, sir. So do we like it? White balance, somebody's saying. I don't know what that means. There's too many black people in the room, Connor. You know, me and you, 50-50 split here. Mm-hmm. Someone's saying white balance. I don't know what that means. Don't worry, we have we've somebody working on all the little tweaks in the background to make sure it is all good. Do. At least you keep your promises, unlike our owner, said Stevie. Well, mate, we promise you it's going to be looking good, and trust me, we've more to come. This is only the start of the Anfield Agenda 2.0. So, look, we'll go through team news and stuff as well. We think we know how we're lining up, but we'll hang off a little bit before we get stuck into that one. Colin, first super chat of the day, said absolutely pissed off at FSG and about to literally scream with frustration. Now we have to perfect our press up on the pitch as we're doing today. So, and here's another one. Sexy Studio, said Liz. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate it. White balance is a setting on the screen or monitor. It's nothing to do with the screen or monitor. It's coming through a camera. But don't worry, it will be filtered. My face does look a bit red, I think, and I do look a bit pale. But we'll get somebody working on that in the background. Look, so here's the way I look at this Lavia situation. I was saying this to the guys earlier on. If Liverpool have been told all along that they want 50, now look, we're not privy to these negotiations. You know, we are but mere fans. But if Liverpool were told all along that it is 50 million or nothing, I don't even know why we're making bids. You either get to the point where you value the player at 50 million or you walk away, as Jamie Carragher said. Now, to read out what Carragher said, this is his exact words. This is embarrassing. Liverpool for years have got deals done quickly with no fuss. If you don't think he's worth 50 million, move on. If you really want him, pay it. Not sure why Liverpool aren't in for Caicedo. Yes, it's a lot of money, but Liverpool have got big money for Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. And I agree with Jamie Carragher wholeheartedly on what he said there, and I'm sure you guys probably do as well. It isn't good enough. It's pathetic. Where's the money, John? Where's the money? And it's not just me now, John. It used to be old Craigo just moaning and a few other people. But now it feels like everybody's had enough. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. And it isn't befitting of a club like Liverpool. Nathan Allen, thank you for your super chat, sir. Said 46 mil rejected. They'll eventually pay the 50. I just don't get why they're waiting so long. Not having a DM for our first 3 to 5 Premier League games could affect us. And Nathan, just to add to your point, sir, remember the seasons we missed out on winning a league title by a point or two, or last season missed out on the Champions League by a few points. Well, if we get off to a bad start, that could be history repeating itself all over again. We are not giving ourselves the best possible opportunity to get the points on the board. And that's what it's all about. Early points dropped in the season could absolutely bite us in the backside at the end of the campaign. So everybody who's annoyed has every right to be annoyed because it isn't good enough. What have they been doing? What have they been working on? And how are we in this position? It really is just Keystone Cop stuff. It's terrible. No smoke without fire. Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, buddy. Appreciate you. I don't know what that means, Khaled. ARES investing in Blues. FSG are doing what? Nothing. Sitting on their hands, not signing checks, mate. And It is just crazy. It's crazy. Now, look, new studio brings along an old sponsor with us, and we are very happy to be brought to you today with thanks to our friends at Oosh, the home of giveaways. Whether it's cars, cash, tech, holidays, or their all-important football club packages, our friends at Oosh have got you covered. You can enter any Oosh package and not have to pay the normal price for the draws. Not like the Joe Soapers. You get 10% off with Anfield Agenda's AA10 code, capital A, capital A, 10. That gets you 10% off at any of the Oosh draws. I know that they have some really cool ones coming up. They're always doing draws for football club packages to Anfield, to Old Trafford, giving away cars, tech, lots of stuff. Check it out. Scan that QR code or go to the link in the description of this stream and you can find how cool Oosh are for yourself. And again, Oosh were a big part of our live show in Dublin as well. Michael from Oosh showed up, did the draw for the prizes, and I really appreciate his support. And of course, much love to the team at Oosh. That song stuck in my head. You know how the rest of it goes. I'm not going to sing that for you. Yeah, we do reckon McAllister's in the 6 role. So I can see that the graphics are up on the screen there now for the starting lineup. Now, bear in mind, we're having to take a bit of a stab in the dark here at how exactly we're going to line up. But we think it will be the back 5 as we expect it to be. Trent on the right, Robbo on the left, Virgil van Dijk, and Ibrahima Kanade, your centre-backs, with the great man himself, Alisson Becker, in goal. In midfield, we think it's going to be McAllister in the 6. We think. Then Dominic Szoboszlai and Cody Gakpo in the number 10 positions. Up top, Lucho, Jota, and Salah. Fairly straightforward. That's how we think we line up. But, of course, we'll wait and see how the game starts. Time to sell up, John, said LFC Spectre. You have taken us far enough. Brett said FSG is shameless. Honestly, can't see Klopp staying past this season. Taking the piss out of Klopp. Liverpool and the fans. Crazy how long it takes some people to realise what FSG actually are. Now, I had a point I was going to make there. What was this? Shamelessly taking the piss out of Klopp. So, yeah, the point I was going to make was, and I mentioned this yesterday, Miguel Delaney wrote a piece in The Independent where he spoke about the fact that Jurgen Klopp was getting to the point of walking. Jurgen Klopp 12 months ago was genuinely considering his future at the club. Now, apparently things have calmed down. Things are a lot more upbeat behind the scenes, but he cannot be happy with what's going on here. He can't. If we know anything about Kloppo is he wants to get players in as early as possible. He wants to get them ready for the new campaign. He wants to work with them on the training ground. And we haven't given them the option to do that. We haven't given them the best opportunity to get everybody over the line. We have the goalkeeper on top now. Interesting. Yes. So we flipped it around. And it took me a while to get used to it. We used to start from the bottom up with the goalkeeper. But we wanted to make sure that we have the branding on point for our sponsors. And at eye level, this looks the right way. So that's the science, I guess. Is it science, Connor? Could we call it science? We don't see why not. Let's call it science. We've just hit 185k as well. So much love to everybody to help us on our little journey as well. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. We're closing in on 200,000. Myself and Connor never thought we'd be talking that 200,000. Imagine that, Connor. When we started this out, if I said to you, 200,000 is possible someday. It's nuts. So again, just to confirm for those of you who are coming in a little bit late, kickoff has indeed been delayed 15 minutes. It seems to be a bit of a trend in pre-season this season. Right, Nathan Allen, another super chat. Thank you, sir. Said, I'm sure every Liverpool fan is, I don't know what that means, is great. Something for these owners, as grateful, I think you meant to say, for what these owners have done and helped us from previous owners, but they've taken us as far as they can. I agree. And look, I also don't buy into that it's difficult to find sponsors or to find investment for a club like Liverpool. I don't for 1 second believe that it's difficult to find investment, but I do believe that they're spoofers and they're chancers and they're taking the proverbial. So again, not great. There's something wrong with the bottom left. I've no idea. There's nothing looking wrong on my screen, by the way. What was it?
Was the time was being covered up?
Yeah, grand. We're working on. Remember, point out any issues, by the way. So we do appreciate your help and feedback, and I especially appreciate it because it means I've got to do nothing anyway. It's the other lads that have to do it. But you keep the feedback coming, my friends. This is what new technology is all about. The team in the background are working away hard. And I still feel like I look a little bit Casper the Friendly Ghostish. So, producer man, if you could ever so kindly make me look a little bit more schmexy. We do like the word schmexy. That's a very Craig and Connor word. 3,250 people in the chat with us now at the moment. You're all very welcome in. If it's your first time joining us on the channel, firstly, let me take a second to welcome you. I think you'll find our community is full of amazing people. That really is. And it's great to have you with us. If you enjoy what you see, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and of course, keep your comments coming in. Sorry, I was reading a new setup and I was about to say, keep your new setup coming. Craig, you're looking ascended with the new camera setup. Ascended, it means above. Yes, it is a little bit above my head. How was the live show? I've always answered this the same way. It's not really for me to say how the live show was. I can tell you I survived it. The vibe felt good in the room. Do you know what? Do you know what pleasantly surprised me about the live show in Dublin? It descended into like a live stream. It was shouts from the audience coming back up and discussing stuff, and it was brilliant. It wasn't at all in an aggressive way. It was a really good chat. It felt like an AGM or something like that. It was great. Papa Darth said, first time here. Welcome in, my friend. Great to have you with us. Andrew Webb, thank you for your super chat. Said, begin extreme fans should boycott games FSG out. I think one of the things that was suggested on the live show was that we all either black out our profile pictures in social media or we change them to an FSG out icon. And it sounds simple, but I'm fully on board with it. I think it would be a good start to let them know that we really are coming together as fans. Nobody wants fans to turn on each other, and I'm definitely in that category. I don't want to undermine on the Liverpool fans because it's not going to work. If we are to change this, if we are to put pressure on the owners, it's got to be through open communication. It's got to be through everybody pulling in the same direction. And if we belittle other fans, we're not going to do that. So I hope that we can start come together. Was there any non-Liverpool fans? Yes. There was at least 5 United fans I spoke to. There was a couple of Chelsea fans in at the live show as well. And it was great because we got to have a wider ranging conversation about the Premier League in general. Arthur Bright, thank you, sir, for joining Anfield Agenda FC. If you want to become a member of the channel, there are 2 options, my friends. There's Anfield Agenda FC, which is our normal basic level membership or entry level membership. And there's Anfield Agenda Ultras. Both sets of memberships, of course, you get the custom emojis that our team here have designed, and I hope you enjoy them. You also get a membership shout out when you join. If you join Anfield Agenda Ultras, you get everything I've spoken about there. You get some custom designed wallpapers in the membership section of the YouTube channel, and you will also get what was the other thing? Yes, members polls and stuff like that. And as the membership grows, we will look to do some member-only content and stuff like that. But we've got to build it up to a level where it's worthwhile for everyone, and it's just not me and a man and his dog in there having a chat. Don't buy the official shirts. Hit them in the pocket, said Benny. I haven't bought any this season, mate. Not one, not even for my son. And I normally go and buy the legitimate ones. But I've bought the old, Asian ones. Let's go with that one. I think that's the easiest way I can say it without getting myself in trouble. When would we start the profile picture FSG out movement, though? Beginning of the Premier League season? Again, Alma, this is an open conversation. So yeah, I guess we can do it whenever. I mean, maybe if we start with our little community, maybe people will join with us. I don't know. It feels very up my own backside to try and start a movement, like who am I at the end of the day? But I guess from small acorns, big trees do grow. So maybe we can start it with our own channel and go from there. When does the Europa League start? Are you getting excited? No, not overly excited. I don't think I'll start getting excited about the Europa League, Colin, until the latter stages, the knockout stages, perhaps. Where did you get your tops from? Genuinely, I have a mate who was able to get them for me. I don't know where he gets them from. I just message him and then he looks after it and I just send him the money. Craig, I made my Discord profile FSG out already. That's not going to help though, because that's not public. But again, at least it's the right sentiment anyway, my friend. Our community is large. It's getting there, definitely. I'll always think of us as little old Anfield Agenda, I'll always think of us as a small little community, but we are growing. You're right, and it's because of you guys. I've said that all along. This is easy. I say here and I chat, but it's our community that makes the channel what it is. So yes, please do keep yourself being the amazing people that you are. Lavia bid rejected, as I thought. Yes, it was indeed rejected. And now apparently it's changed from they want 50 million to they won't sell unless they get an offer that exceeds 50 million. And that's from Paul Joyce. He said Southampton will only consider selling Romeo Lavia if the offer exceeds 50 million. Q 50 million and £1 offer. Craig, I'm trying to protect FSG, but nobody could have predicted Fabinho and Hendo going. Henderson, I'll give you. Fabinho was absolutely predictable at least a month ago. So, watch the channel back. I told their audience at least a month before Fabinho went that there was an offer coming in from him and that they wanted him in Saudi and that Nuno wanted to hook back up with him because Nuno was his manager when he first came to Europe with Rio Ave in Portugal. So we knew that was coming. If I knew it was coming, you bet your backside that Liverpool knew it was coming. So I don't give the owners any credit for that because they had at least 4 to 6 weeks notice that was going to happen. FSG have to go. Yep. Jack said, I listen every morning while I'm in work. Never here for the live show. First time here. Well, welcome in. It's a pleasure to have you with us, my friend. And thank you for your support. He's not worth the money then. And I'm absolutely open to that, Adam. I'm open to the fact that Lavia might not be worth the money. But if he isn't worth the money, we've no time to waste. Go straight off to number 2, whether that's the Corey or somebody else. You're right. If there is a number that Liverpool won't go past, fair enough. But we've no time to wait around now. We've no time to mess about. It's time to put up or shut up. So if he's not worth the money, okay. But somebody has to be worth something, and we need to get a defensive midfielder in. Score prediction. Oh, I don't know. I mean, we scored 4-4 and 3 in pre-season. So I'm predicting goals. Let's say Liverpool to win 5-1. I'm going to go 5-1. Crosby, can I get a score prediction?
3-0.
Mr. Conor Crosby is going to go 3-0. Somebody will go full Jack Gill as well. 5,170 people in the live chat at the minute, my friends. We're absolutely smashing it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, what the bloody hell are you waiting for? I am magnificent. Look at me in all of my glory. All right, fair enough. But look, take sympathy on me. Pity me and hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. And of course, keep your comments coming. Marcus, thank you so much for your super chat. He said, oh my days, my guy is flying. Congrats with 185k subs and let's get to 200k soon. By the way, your new design is so good. It is. It's amazing. And dare I say it, you should know who did it. If you don't know who did it, shame on you. I'm not going to say it, but I think it's very apparent that there is a very talented person behind the scenes. I think it's fair on that one. We've always had a talented person now, haven't we, Connor?
I'll take credit if he doesn't want to.
Yeah. I mean, I'll happily take the credit. I'm magnificent. I do everything. I turned on the computer, so 6-2. I'll put a 5 on it. I don't want us to concede too many today. Like every other game in preseason, we've been a little bit, been away from home. It hasn't been familiar settings. And yes, tonight is a Deepdale, but it's, relatively home for us, like compared to Darmstadt. Pitch is looking well, though, I have to say. Deepdale is looking pretty damn impressive.
Looks very green on our screen, isn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully it's not too green, because Klopp doesn't like things too green, too long, too wet, too dry. Right. Kiri, thank you for your super chat, my friend. It's 5,600 now in the chat. Wow. Oh, I'm getting scared. Help. So many people. This is weird. We're little old us, but as somebody said, we're growing. These owners are clowns. All the fans need to realise 95 million spent is a joke. We're Liverpool Football Club. We should be getting Caicedo. Protests need to happen. I mean, yes, you're right. Like, Caicedo's available. And if Arsenal can spend £100 million on Declan Rice and Chelsea can spend 106 million pound on Enzo, There's no reason that we can't be at that type of level. There's none other than the owners. So you're right. And Jamie Carragher's right. And everybody else is right. We should be looking to get the best players that we can afford to do us for the next 5, 6, or 7 years. We've done well with McAllister and Szoboszlai, but right now it's becoming embarrassing that the summer rebuild, the big changing of the guard, is reduced to getting mugged off by a championship team. We should just buy Southampton. I'm not joking. I mentioned this to Connor earlier on. Just buy Southampton, asset strip them, give us Lavia for £1, and then sell the club. Somebody said it's 2K. I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong view count, I think.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at views. Yeah, Jesus, sorry. You're right. I'm looking at the wrong number. You're very right. I was getting all excited. Yeah. Sorry, we're 2,000. My apologies. You're right. No, I was wrong. Thanks for pissing on me, cornflakes. No, but you're right. There you go. And again, don't forget, we are being brought to you with thanks to our sponsors, Oosh. You can scan the QR code or use the link in the description of this, or get yourselves over to oosh.com. You can get 10% off any Oosh draw using our code AA10. That'll get you 10% off. Yeah, you're right. I was definitely looking at the wrong number. Why are we being stingy with the 50 million? They've got the finance for it. Truth is, you and I don't know. That's the truth. Like, we don't know what's actually happening behind the scenes here. But I think we can read between the lines that it ain't great. Do I like the starting lineup? Yes. I feel more comfortable with McAllister in that role than I would with Jones, but I wouldn't feel comfortable going into the Chelsea game without a recognised defensive midfielder, and that's what we're going to be doing. So, yeah, I feel like we could be better. John W. Henry lives in home bargains, FSG out. Yes, FSG out. 100%. It's not good enough. Who's on the bench? 1 moment, and I will give you the bench. Don't forget, we will have a full change for the second half as well. Right, bench today for Liverpool looks as follows. Adrian, Quevian Kelleher, Joe Gomez, Nunez, Jones, Elliott, Shimikas, Matip, Bobby Clark, Scanlon, Doak, McConnell, and Kwanzaa. That's the bench for today's game. Darmstadt team is on the screen there now as well. I'm not going to bother going through it because I don't want to just ruin this beautiful new studio with my pronunciations of a second division German side. What could go wrong? I think the score will be 5-4. You could admit the state of our defence is embarrassing. I think the state of our first choice defence, our back four, I'm fine with. The team that's out there today, that defence, I'm fine with, but the cover is a joke. You know, when we start having to replace Canade or we start having to replace Van Dijk or rest them, that's a joke. The lack of reinforcements, 100% with you on that one. Craig, do you still think we'll get Lavia? And if so, when? I don't know. And I don't know how it's taken so long. Like, it's a very simple equation right now. You either think he's worth the money or he isn't. And if he isn't, you've got to start looking in other areas. If he is, then you haven't got time to mess around. You pay it. It's game day. It is. Someone said the bench is weak. Well, the only people we're really missing from that are Bajcetic and Thiago. So it ain't going to get too much stronger. Do you have any updates on Kelleher? Said Carson. Nothing new that I've seen with regards to him leaving. And I think there would be mutiny right now if Liverpool were to sell another player, and rightly so. And that's maybe a bit harsh on Queeveen because I fully have respect for the fact that he'd want to go and have his career and play elsewhere. Play like he wants to play football. I'll never be angry at anyone to play football. But right now, Liverpool haven't received the fee matching the valuation that we have for the player. And I'm happy to have Queeveen as a number 2 because I don't think we'll better it. And, you know, there were keepers available that we could have went after. Obviously, the guy from Brighton, the guy from Brentford, they were both available, moved on to other teams or are close to moving to other teams. So the fact that we haven't looked at them, maybe that is an indication that Queeveen will stay. I don't know. Brad, thank you for the super chat. How have you been, Mr. YouTube watch-alongs? I've been good, my man, and it feels great to be home because that's what this feels like. It feels like, it feels like we're home. Feels like a comfortable low pair of slippers coming back here to YouTube. But it's only made that way because of you guys. And you've shown up, you've supported us. And even though I was reading the wrong viewer numbers, I still love you guys. It's not your fault that I'm blind. Could have played Gomez or Bradley at right back and Trent as a 6. Do you know what? I don't want Trent as a 6. I don't mind him as the second 6, but I don't want him as an out-and-out 6 because he's not defensively aware enough to be the sole number 6, in my opinion. You know, the second number 6 where he drops in from right back, fine. You know, if you have a ball winner there that gets the ball, gives the ball to Trent, and Trent does his thing, fair enough. But he isn't good enough defensively to mop up there, win balls, break up play. Certainly not aerially good enough either for me. Am I high a little? Do you mean like as in from the point of view of a camera or from the point of view of have I been at the old herbal relief? The answer to the second part of the relief is no. The first part, yes, the camera angle is a little bit higher than it once was. This season, will you be getting more guests on? Depends. Depends. We might do some more previews. Yes, we might get some guests on for that. But other than that, I don't want to give up my audience with anyone. Someone says, why are you copying Mark Goldbridge? You mustn't watch Goldbridge, do you not? Because he doesn't use green screens anymore. So I don't know who you think we're copying, my friend, but we're team green screen. He's team non-green screen. So we aren't copying anyone, my friend. But then again, you probably knew that already and you just wanted to let us know that you were a Goldbridge simp. But that's okay. You can go back to brown nose and all you want, my friend. I'll still be here, team green screen all the way.
Klopp just confirmed McAllister's in the 6.
Cool. Thank you for that. So again, just confirmation there from Jurgen that Alexis is in the 6 today. So we will be the defensive midfielder. Michael Sullivan, thank you, buddy, for joining Anfield Agenda FC. You look about 6 foot now. I know I'm a monster. I'm a beast. It's about time. Do you know what? I'm sick. Even at the live show, I felt like everyone that came up for a picture was over 6 foot as well. There was one guy who was smaller than me, and I think I stayed chatting to him for longer than anybody else, just so I could feel tall for a moment. Yeah, there's a reason I married a woman who's 5'2". Good news though. That's the end of the Voss, and we're back to the Volvic now. Thoughts on the Jamie Carragher tweet? I'm right behind it, Narwhal. 100% behind it. Why are you looking so pale today? I've said this about 5 times now, and I'm hoping that my producer can sort this. Because yes, I do look pale, and I also look very red-faced. Love and respect from South Africa. We love that, Mr. Gloke. Thank you. And what a name you have, by the way. A fellow Craig. Well played. Craig, 7'2". I got banned from Goldbridge's chat because I said Anfield Agenda waiting room. Good. At least we're in their heads. That's always good to know, Jamie. Thoughts on Salah rejecting 90 million a year to stay at Liverpool? Why would he want to go to Saudi other than the money? You know, at this point, Salah still has a good bit to offer in, top level European football. And I think that money will be there. Look, if you want me to be blunt about this and really honest, I think, Connor, can you alter the colour at our end?
We can try.
Sorry, just to get back to that. I think we sell Mohamed Salah next season, at the end of next season, because I don't see Liverpool giving him a new deal and proving on those terms again at the age of 32. So my opinion is that we see Mohamed Salah sold next summer. Now,
doesn't seem too much acceptance.
yeah, see, if I had control of OBS, I could fix this in a second.
No, it's not like that.
If we end up paying £50 million, what would When would that bid come in? I don't know, but surely we're at the point now where it's one or the other. We pay it or we don't. And it should be a decision that's made like in 5 minutes. In all honesty, Connor, Ben's moaning here. Too far down. Apparently, I am in the shot. Alexis used to play in central defensive midfield position. JC Galvanil, look at this, gifting 5 Anfield Agenda memberships. Absolute hero-nomics, sir. What if we added a bit of orange, Connor? On the LED light? Would that help?
Yeah.
So they can afford Gakpo, which, let's be honest, we got him to stop United getting him. I don't think we did. I think Klopp wanted Gakpo, honestly, to help with the press. That's what I honestly think. I think he looked at him coming in and taking part of Bobby's position. So I think, as much as I thought it was a bit of a reactive signing at the time, I think it makes perfect sense now that we know what his role is. Next Lavia bid is 49.9 million just to save 100k. Nothing would surprise me, dude, with these owners. Nothing. Fabrizio Romano reports a 30 million bid from West Ham for Harry Maguire. Didn't they say they wanted 50? I'm sure they said they wanted 50 for Harold. So now we're definitely up to 2.4k watching now. I'm definitely looking at the right number. Is the cam making Craig's nose red? Yes, it is. But there's nothing I can do about it at this particular moment. It's this is the joy of new technology. Everybody is trying their hardest, trust me. We had a bit of an issue with a camera at the start of the stream, so we are playing catch up a little bit. We're working on the fly, but the guys are working very hard in the background, so much love to the team. How could I get the code for the Discord group? Email me, Andrew. Drop an email to me, buddy, at contact@anfieldagenda.com, and I will give you that link. And again, thank you for your support, by the way, Andrew. With us 8 months now. Much love. Craig's got his makeup filter on. I've always known I was a clown. Now I just look like it. Was I nervous for the live show? Oh, God, yeah. I won't lie, man. I was so scared. I was petrified. Particularly in that moment where the intro music was played and I had like 30 seconds to wait before I walked on. That 30 seconds felt like the longest 30 seconds and most nerve-wracking 30 seconds of my existence. Kickoff has been delayed, mate. So kickoff is now 7:15 for those asking. 7:15. What if, Connor, what if we did, come here for a sec. What if we went in to the setting on Epoch Cam? Do you reckon there's anything we could do from that?
Could be.
I'll let you.
Yeah, don't talk about
it. I'll let you jump in there. Sorry, we're trying to adjust the camera in a few different ways. So our producer is trying to do it. We're trying to do it at our end, and we're trying to do it. I think it comes up under. Which one is it? That is weird, isn't it? So, just to run through the starting 11 again for people who are coming in a bit late, we have got confirmation McAllister's in the 6. So, it'll be Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate in the centre back positions. Alexis McAllister will be playing in the defensive midfield role. Then ahead of him, Dominic Szoboszlai and Cody Gakpo, with Lucho Diaz on the left, Diogo Jota to the centre, and on the right-hand side, of course, the great man, Mohamed Salah. Pezer, thank you for the super chat, mate. First comment with us, appreciate you. Kickoff is delayed, I guess, because people have trouble getting into the stadium or something. I don't know. This might be a very silly question. How come we can't fix it through OBS?
On producers OBS.
So how come producer can't just click into the camera and fix it like I can at my end? Right, what else we got? Deadline day, we signed Tchouaméni. I mean, we can't be playing that. We cannot be playing that level of risk at this point, looking for deadline day signings. That's just madness. Fabrizio and many others have said that the talks are continuing. Surely that means we'll look to pay the 50 million. So what are the talks like? Just pay the money. You know, if we're going to get to that point, then surely we just pay the money. Where am I watching the game? LFC TV Go, my friend. LFC TV Go is your way to watch the game, or LFC TV. I use the app because Sky, in their infinite wisdom, don't have LFC TV on the Sky Glass platform. So I'm using LFC TV Go, and I'm casting it from my iPad to my TV here beside me. I'm a bit nervous. That my biggest nerve today is about that we pick up an injury, because God Almighty, we can't afford to pick up an injury. That's the one thing we definitely cannot afford to happen today. Real or Barca? Oh, I'm Barca all the way, Mohammed. Barca all the way. Somebody said that over in America, it's on CBS Sports, apparently. Chris, thank you for that one. Craig, do you still think Lavia comes in? Said Kareem's. Not sure. Honestly, mate, I'm not sure at this point. You would imagine we'll get to the point where we just pay it, but it's embarrassing that we're at this juncture. What now? 6 days from the campaign getting underway, and we have no recognised defensive midfielder, and we've sold 2 of them. It's madness. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. And it leads you to ask, where's the money, John? Where's the money? So our producer's been working away in the background, trying to alter things a little bit as well. I do think we're looking a lot better there, let's be honest. And thank you to our producer for his hard work in the background. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm buzzing here today. So look, can I ask, what do we think of the new graphics? Because our producer is also the guy who built the graphics, and he's very, very interested in your feedback. So please do let us know what you think of the new studio, the new surroundings, the new graphics. It's amazing. I love it. I'm so proud to be sitting here. If we don't sign the player over 4 mil, Quinch, you're preaching to the choir, dude. It's embarrassing. Craig, would you pay 50 million for Lavia and get one more midfielder, or 100 million for Caicedo and keep it at that? 100 million for Caicedo and keep it at that, because he can fill in at right back in a pinch, or any other position. Definitely. I'd pay 100 million for Caicedo and I'd get a centre back, but I still feel like we're taking a risk, but that's a risk I'd be way more comfortable with. Because if we pay the 50 million for Lavia and go to bring in somebody else, it's another body, absolutely. But we're getting somebody with Lavia that's still learning his craft, whereas Caicedo's obviously further along in his development. Played at a higher level, let's be honest, with Brighton as well, than Lavia was at Southampton, although Southampton obviously bought Lavia from City, so we came to their academy. Yeah, Caicedo, and then a centre-back. Danny Bingham said, "Heart procedure was successful. Bring on Cardiff." We're not doing a Cardiff show, Danny. If that's what the Cardiff part is about, I don't know if I'll ever put myself through a live show again, to be honest with you, because it really took its toll on me. But I'm proud that I did it. I'm very proud of myself that I did it, because it was the last test for me. You know, I tested myself to show the world who I am. I tested myself on podcasts, articles, live streams, and now on the live show. It's I'm pretty proud of myself, in all honesty, because a lot of people said when we announced it that I wouldn't show up. A lot of people said it would be cancelled. A lot of people said that I wouldn't go through with it, that I'd get the threatening phone calls and bottle it. I told you I wasn't. You ain't going to threaten me in my own city. That's not going to happen. Thoughts on Núñez not starting? I mean, I can't be the only one that thinks this is probably fairly close to what we're going to see next Sunday. I mean, would you think that, Connor?
Yeah, maybe Jones back in. I think Klopp's in a bit of a knock. But other than that, I think it's fairly close, yeah.
I'd rather go with McAllister next week in the 6. Darth Cannabis, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, sir. New vibes, new season, new Craig. We love that. J. Michael Beckford, thank you. Lavia and a centre back, and it's Gucci, said Alex. So we are now 10 minutes from kickoff, my friends. 10 minutes until we are underway. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, firstly, you're all very welcome along. New season, new graphics, same old idiot sitting behind the microphone. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and of course, keep your comments coming. Nice new background. So is everybody else, when they're saying nice, throw the O in for Jake, what's his name? Jake Peralta, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the nice, because I don't think me and Connor have ever sent each other a message back saying nice with it spelled the correct way. It's always been Noice. Nice. Craig, can I rant on Redmen TV? No, I'm not here to run anybody else down, mate. Yeah, they do their thing. They're perfectly entitled to run their own platform however they see fit. I do my thing, and yeah, I'm not here to run other people down. Not at all. I just I've always said the same thing. There's lots of great Liverpool content for whatever your tastes are. There's lots of platforms, lots of great content creators. So yeah, I'm not, as I said, I'm here to try and do the best for us and to look forward. Show us your socks, said Liz. So that'll never happen again, Liz. Not after the last episode where a man went down with cramp. The graphics are pretty cool, right? I'm looking at them here on the screen myself in amazement. And again, shout out to today's Watchalong sponsors, our good friends at oosh.com. Oosh, the home of giveaways, whether it be cars, cash, tech, holidays, of course, those all-important Liverpool Football Club packages. Our friends at Oosh have got you covered. You can get 10% off any draw on the oosh.com website using our discount code AA10. Sorry, I had to cough for a second. I didn't want to cough down your good ears. This is great. You guys are doing a stellar job. Keep it up, said Dewey. Thank you, mate. Much love. Craig, is the game free or pay to watch? Well, it's a subscription platform, so I guess technically it's paid to watch. I can't remember how much it costs a month, about £8, I think, something like that. And look, I'll be honest, I only use LFC TV Go for pre-season, then I cancel it as soon as pre-season's over.
You get free trial as well.
There we go. Free trial. Yes, there was a 1-month free trial. Connor's spot on with that one. 3K in the house. We love that. Welcome in. And they're actual 3K numbers now, not Craig's make-up numbers. If I was still using my make-up numbers, Connor, I'd be like, there's 14,000 people in the live chat. How does Lavia and a centre-back now and Andre for 20 in January? No, because that's given into FSG's miserly ways. So that's admitting that we're happy to run the risk for 6 months so FSG can save 20 million euro. Nah, not having that. If they want Andre, pay up. Also, there was a bid went in earlier on from Napoli for Gabri Veiga of Celta Vigo. 30 million euro, Connor, if I'm not mistaken.
30 million, yeah.
So I don't know if that was rejected. I think it probably will be since the buyout was 40. But yes, Napoli are showing interest in him. Would Rodrigo de Paul fit Liverpool's midfield? I'm not sure of his attitude, in all honesty, Caleb. We were really strongly interested in the guy before he moved to Atleti, and he probably would have fit our midfield. But I would pass now. How are your thoughts on Salah maybe leaving? I don't see him leaving this summer, in all honesty. Like, there would be mutiny, and I would be front and center in that mutiny if Salah was sold now. But in all honesty, I fully expect him to be sold next summer when he's got 1 year to go on his deal, because I don't see Liverpool extending and giving him another pay increase at 32 years of age. So for me, next summer is probably when we say goodbye to Mo, in my head. Ben Doak's the new Michael Owen. Wexford here. Well, no, let's not call Ben Doak a traitor. Already grave. But yeah, Wexford in the house. Wexford right here as well. A couple of people are asking about Tyler Adams and his buyout clause. I swear somebody was about to trigger that buyout clause. I can't remember what the team was. I'm sure you guys will know. But there is, according to reports, I think a 20 or 25 million relegation clause in Tyler Adams' Leeds contract.
Chelsea are in talks with him as well.
Chelsea?
Yeah, that was today.
Is there anybody Chelsea aren't signing? Like, for the love of God, where are they getting the money from? And yet we can't buy, I don't know, we can't even upsize for the go large meal. Kickoff is in 5 minutes, my friends. 5 minutes. We are a little bit behind. And I say we, I mean Liverpool. Nothing to do with Anfield Agenda. Right, thank you. So Fabrizio Romano was posted to say, for approaching players camp last week, Chelsea will open talks over Tyler Adams' deal in the next few days. Informed on his £20 million relegation clause, it remains a separated deal from Caicedo. So they're just trying to buy every defensive midfielder onto the planet, and we can't buy from a championship team. I think WFM doesn't apply when John W. Henry is at the reins. Craig, if you would sell Liverpool, who would you want to buy us the most? Somebody like Steve Ballmer, just one billionaire who really gets invested behind their team and wants success. But most likely, you'll probably see another investment firm. You know, I don't want Liverpool to ever be owned by a country or a regime. I want Liverpool to be a private entity owned by a private entity. Oh, that's great. It's nice to see he's not busying himself with any tactics or, you know, trying to negotiate to sign a player. El George is at the game today. It's not like there's nothing going on, you know, 6 days till the season kicks off. Adams was a Liverpool fan growing up. Look, being really blunt about it, I don't think Tyler Adams is good enough for Liverpool. I wouldn't have minded coming in as a second DM, perhaps, after you get the one you want, but he couldn't be the solution. What happened to the match? It's delayed 15 minutes, mate. It's delayed. Kickoff was pushed back to 7:15. Not sure if it was to do with the teams arriving late or, you know, people getting into the ground a little bit late. We are at Preston's ground tonight, Deepdale, for this one, because obviously the Annie Road end isn't ready yet. Seamus Bannon, thank you, buddy, for your first comment. Appreciate you with us. First super chat from you as well. 3.3k now in the live chat. Welcome in, guys. It is a pleasure to be here with you. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. The game is about to get underway in a few minutes. The teams are now starting to make their way out onto the pitch here at Deepdale. I say here, I'm definitely not at Deepdale. It's very weird to see Liverpool playing a game as a home game that isn't a home game. Chelsea again, just the 75 senior players. So somebody said to us yesterday that Liverpool have the smallest registered squad in the Premier League right now. Like, that's, again, the word pathetic keeps coming back up, and it will continue to come back up. Can I have a shout out? I love your haircut. I think, you know, I've read out your comments, so that's probably enough. And yes, my hair's magnificent, mate. You know, people think being bald like this is easy. It's a pain in the backside, you know. Got to be shaving the head every day. I mean, I bet you don't have to go get a haircut every day, but El Craigo has to shave the noggin every day. Still taking a bit of getting used to seeing Virgil van Dijk with the captain's armband, but of course he suits it. I think we'll all agree on that one. Love the setup. Thank you. I did tell you, new season, new graphics, new Anfield Agenda. So yeah, it's really nice. I'm so proud of the team for what they've built, and I'm so proud of us for how far we've come. I'm a United fan, but I respect what you say. Thank you, Gavin. Appreciate you, mate. We've got loads of United fans who've been very good to us over the years, mate. I've always said that. Love you, Craig, said Spooky Lover. Thank you, dude. Right back at you. Craig is the sexy, shiny man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, the teams are out on the pitch, and as we said earlier on, Deepdale looking magnificent. That pitch looks spot on, perfect, ready to go. So I will take you through the Liverpool starting 11 one more time before we get underway. It is Alisson Becker in goal. Of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. He will drop in alongside Alexis McAllister, but we'll get to that in a moment. Andy Robertson, left back position. Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate are your centre back pairing today. Alexis McAllister comes into the defensive midfield role. Obviously, he'll be joined by Trent in possession. We'll go to that 3-box-3 formation. Ahead of Alexis McAllister is Dominic Szoboszlai and Cody Gakpo. Then it's Lucho Diaz on the left, the great man Mohamed Salah on the right, and Diogo Jota will be our centre forward today. So Liverpool have 22 first-team players in our squad at the minute. Just to give you an example, Manchester United, 36 first-team squad players. Nottingham Forest, 35. Arsenal, 34. And you go all the way down. Liverpool are bottom with 22. Then West Ham, Sheffield United, Fulham, Palace and Everton. It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. And it's not good enough, John. Where's the money, you cheap clown? So, as always, if anybody needs to sync or anything like that during the stream, just let me know. We're happy to do that for you to get everybody into the same level. And we're about to get underway. So sit back, relax, and I will do my best to take you through the next 90 minutes or so. Of course, it is the final preseason game for Jurgen Klopp's boys before we open our campaign away against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge next weekend. No, Darwizi. He's on the bench, I think. Yes, he's on the bench. I'm sure I've seen him on the bench earlier on. Do you show the match? No, mate, I can't. We'd be done for copyright infringement. But we are about to get underway. So as I said, sit back, relax, and we will get you sorted. Right, there we go. Liverpool going to be playing from right to left in the first half. We're underway. Konate does the decent thing, launches the ball out long left-hand side. Ball goes out, Liverpool throw in. What's up? Sorry I'm late. The game's just after starting. That's what's up. Right, Virgin possession. So if you need me to sync, don't forget, let me know. Give me, when the clock gets to 1 minute, I'll start the first sync. Have I ever seen Jamie Webster live? Yes, I have, and it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So when we get to 1 minute, I'll do the first sync, so you are all good to go. Seamus Bannon, thank you, dude, for the super chat. Virgin possession, moves the ball out wide right to Konate. Szoboszlai comes deep now. Mohamed Salah. Trent, as you can see, dropping in alongside there. Good little triangle there. McAllister to Gakpo. We are about to hit 1 minute, so get ready for the sync. So it's 1 minute, 101, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 110. Trent playing as a CDM with McAllister. Yeah, he's dropping in alongside when we're in possession. When we're out of possession, he's supposed to drop back in defensively. Right. Referee's giving a free kick out to Liverpool here. I have to say, this looks like Liverpool versus Everton, doesn't it? When you glance at the screen, it defo looks like Liverpool-Everton. Don't forget, if you are new with us, do hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video. But most importantly, keep your comments coming. Verge now pings a beautiful diag from central to right. Mohamed Salah gives chase. The Darmstadt defender, though, gets back and heads it calmly back to his keeper. That pitch really does look spot on, lads. Connor, could you keep me up to date with our usual checks during streams? You know where I'm going?
Yeah.
Darmstadt launched it. They are a second-tier German side, right? They're Bundesliga 2. Robertson. Gakpo, that's a lovely ball weighted through for Mohamed Salah, but the Darmstadt keeper comes out off his line very quickly, closes that down. We look sharp. We look sharp. Love the cabinet of trophies. Thank you. Appreciate you. I swear I've seen this lad put a fake score in twice. McAllister now. Spreads the ball across to Robbo. Robbo's loads of space now left side. Gives the ball back into Alexis McAllister, centre of the park. McAllister has a little bit of space ahead of him. Ball through to Jota. Jota looking for a Szoboszlai. It's a little bit on the hit. Salah wins it back with a good press. Oh, unlucky. Jota gets in behind. He was slipped in by Salah. He does strike it early, but he can't hit a goalwards, and it goes behind. It'll be a Darmstadt goal kick, but it was a good start.
They're in the Bundesliga this year. They got promoted last year.
Oh, sweet. So they're a Bundesliga side. Nice. Well, congratulations to them on the promotion. Definitely looks like an Everton kit, doesn't it? What do I think about Andre Trinidad? From the few bits I've seen, I like the look of the guy. I like the way Fluminense set up with their absolutely crazy lack of formation, but it works for them. Again, Liverpool trying these little triangles around the pitch. McAllister with a strike, takes a deflection. Ball goes behind. That'll be Liverpool corner, left-hand side. Is it just me, or are you all in love with Alexis McAllister? Because every time he gets on the ball, I'm nervous to see what magic he's going to come up with. I love the guy. I love him. And I'm also not the only one, surely, who thinks of him as our Messi. I know it's a big shoes to fill, but Messi, Modric, whichever one you like. Right, here we go at the corner. It's got to be an in-swinger. Ball in, near post, flicked on. Golazzo, Golazzo, Golazzo. Liverpool take the lead. Mohamed Salah, Molazzo! The Reds 1-0 up, 4.5 minutes on the clock. Corner comes in, bit of a scramble inside the penalty area. Ball drops to the great man, swivels his hips and slots it past the keeper. Liverpool 1, Darmstadt 0. Mohamed Salah with the goal. I mean, you wonder, was he offside? But there ain't going to be any VAR in this game. Ball in, flicked on from Diaz. Salah gets it. He does well to bring it under control that quickly. Slots it home, 1-0. Mo Salah, Mo Salah, Mo Salah, running down the wing. Salah, la, 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 the Egyptian king. New season, same old Mo, doing bits. Love it. If Szoboszlai could see himself to getting a goal today as well, I'd be over the moon. There's our first Molazzo. Do. Who are y'all playing? Darmstadt, mate. Darmstadt, German side. McAllister now. Across to Ibu, right-hand side. Szoboszlai, back to Ibu. McAllister. Good movement. Good spatial awareness in the boys as well. Diaz. Go on, boys. Ball played out. Ricochets off a Darmstadt player. Liverpool throw in on this near side. So let's go through the bench really quickly for those of you that hasn't seen. Joe Gomez, Darwin Núñez, Adrian San Miguel, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Kostas Tsimikas, Joe Matip, Bobby Clark, Callum Scanlon, Ben Doak, James McConnell, Caoimhín Kelleher, Jarrell Kwanzaa. That is your Liverpool bench today. How did the live show go? I think it went okay. The feedback was good. Nothing went wrong. So, yeah, I think it was good. You know, it's weird. I can't say it was great because I was, I wasn't a guest of the show. I think it went okay. Yeah, Connor, was it good?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Everyone seemed to enjoy it.
It was definitely more interactive than I was expecting in a good way. You know, the less work I have to do, the better. So the audience really came to contribute. It was brilliant in that sense. Go on, Mo. Brilliant. Go on. Jota, goal. 2-0. Diogo Jota with the second. Mohamed Salah with the assist. Diogo, better than Figo, don't you know? Liverpool are off to a storming start here. 7.5 minutes on the clock. It is Liverpool 2, Darmstadt 0. Diogo Jota, the assassin himself, in the penalty area. And there we go. That is a good start. 2-0, Diogo Jota. Mohamed Salah with the assist. Darmstadt keeper plays the ball out, puts his defender in all kinds of trouble. Salah's there to press, win it back, slots it over to Diogo Jota. He waits for the keeper to go to ground, slots it past them right hand side, and it is Liverpool that are 2-0 up against Darmstadt early doors. Jack Howe, welcome, my friend, to Anfield Agenda Ultras. We love it. Welcome in, buddy. Appreciate your support. Jota he's on fire at the minute, lads, isn't he? He's looking to really push for a starting place here early in the season. Now, I don't want to tempt fate around him, but we did go 2-0 up against Bayern. So, we need to make sure that we finish the job today. Go on, boys. I hope Doak gets some action today. Looking forward to seeing him again. Why are we playing this team? I mean, we can't win, can we? If Liverpool play a hard team, people are like, oh, it's difficult. We got beaten there. Season's over. We're playing a Bundesliga side, so it's a decent level of opposition. So, just enjoy it. We need Newlawn. We're working on getting your Newlawn set up. Don't worry. We don't want to overdo the new system here today. We're trying to just make sure that we get things ready, composed, good, and looking sharp for you guys. Oh, look, we've conceded one already. One ball through the centre, over the top, and Darmstadt have scored. And the defence questions are still there. I mean, we are what? Less than 10 minutes in now. We've had 3 goals, scored 2 and conceded 1. And again, far too easily. Look at this. Darmstadt worked the ball out right-hand side. Diaz has ghosted past. Ball again out right side. One ball over the top. Defensive line is a shambles. Trent can't recover, and the Darmstadt player slots it past Alisson. Again, one ball. One simple ball over the top, and we have nobody there. So don't ever suggest to old Craigo again to play Trent in his own as a number 6, because he can't even cover as a second 6. The line was shocking. Not good enough. More defensive headaches. And we've just been pressed and given away possession again. Boys, come on. Great finish, by the way, from the Darmstadt player. I'm not going to take that away from him. But from our perspective, same frailties, unfortunately. This time a pass through the lines is intercepted by Darmstadt. Liverpool have a back, though. Robbo. Ball inside to McAllister. Craig, do you think this will be the starting lineup on Sunday? Would like to see Darwin get the start, said Giovanni Perez. I think the only change could be McAllister maybe and Jones swapping about. I don't know about that one. But other than that, I think it's probably fairly close, Giovanni. Darwin will get the starts when Klopp feels his press is on point. He's been good in pre-season, though. It's been promising seeing Darwin in pre-season, but I'm more concerned defensively. We won't have a problem scoring goals, but conceding them. Alisson there nearly closed down, plays the ball off the Darmstadt player and ricochets behind for a goal kick. Could have gone anywhere. Yet again, it's not good enough defensively. Look at this. Ricochets Alisson off the player, ball goes out behind for a goal kick. Could have gone anywhere. Liverpool go short with the goal kick. Alisson. He launches the ball long, looking for Diaz. Darmstadt have it back with their keeper. Ball launched long upfield. Kanade loses out aerially. Then he heads the ball backwards. Darmstadt again. Long ball into the right-hand side where Trent is. Trent goes back to Alisson. Alisson out to Andy Robertson. Back to Verge. McAllister. Gakpo. Robertson. Can we stop with the 2-2 stuff? Any fake scores, ban. No warnings, nothing, ban. It's 2-1, not 2-2. Any fake scores, don't even give them time of day, ban them. Akpo, Jota, McAllister, Robertson, ball dinked in, looking for Lucho. Goes through there for a goal kick for Darmstadt. Is it actually 2-2? If it was 2-2, you'd see 2-2 on the screen. Do you see 2-2 on the screen? Nothing annoys me more on the channel than fake score. So I've no time for them. Anybody who puts in a fake score, immediate ban. No timing out, no warnings, ban. Because it's not fair on the rest of the chat. 3,600 people watching us at the minute, guys. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Obviously got off to a great start from a scoring perspective, and then our old frailties came back. One ball over the top. Defensive line wasn't right. Darmstadt in behind. It was a great finish from their player to make it 2-1, but we're only 14 minutes into the game. You're our behind. Mate, you do realize that streaming puts in an inherent delay in itself, yeah? And again, I'm using a streaming technology with LFC TV Go, so there's always going to be a bit of a lag in that one. It isn't my fault, unfortunately. It's just the world we live in. Yes, exactly as our friend does there. If you want to put in a prediction for a score, by all means, just throw the letter P beside it, and that way we know it's a prediction. Right, free kick to Liverpool. Diogo Jota fouled outside the penalty area. Andy Robertson over it. It's not really in a shooting position. Verge coming up from the back. Canada is coming up from the back. Darmstadt are just setting the defensive line. Let's see if Andy Robertson can get a good delivery in from this one. Ball in. Second ball drops, comes off a Darmstadt player. Soboslai has a strike and it goes behind for Liverpool corner. Dave Sweeney, thank you, buddy. Said great at the weekend. Great show at the weekend. Live show with Craig's best 11 of his lifetime. How did Connor like his bribe? Oh, the Freddo. Yes, I actually know what you're talking about there, Dave. Where was my Freddo as well, actually? Dave brings chocolate for Connor and no chocolate for Craig, Dave. But yeah, thank you for coming, mate. It was lovely meeting you guys at the show. And that was my favourite segment of the show as well, the best 11. Seamus, thank you for the super chat, mate. Right, corner coming in now. It's a deep one this time. Darmstadt looking to break. Well done. Soboslai got back there. Good recovery. Plays the ball to Robertson. McAllister now. McAllister tries a slide rule ball straight through the defence, but it was a little bit too far ahead, and the Darmstadt keeper comes out and smothers it. Well done to everyone putting in the predictions. That's it. You'll never get banned for putting in a prediction. It's just fake scores we can't stand because it's not fair to the other users. Have I ever watched The Addams Family? Is this where you call me Uncle Fester? I've been through this before, mate. Anything you've thought of, I've been called. And you're right. Particularly in this setup, I do look very, very white. The white Malteser is back in effect, Connor. So that's where you're going with it. I know where you're going with it, mate. But in answer to your question, yeah, of course I watched The Addams Family. Who didn't watch The Addams Family? I would call him my stepfather, but he wasn't. My mother's second husband used to call me Uncle Fester, and then I danced on his grave when he died. There's Zany and the cookie. Ball in, headed out. Second ball, almost 2-2. Ball came in. Liverpool won the initial header. Second ball dropped inside the penalty area. Darmstadt player threw a leg at it, and it goes behind for a Liverpool goal kick, thankfully. Again, though, like it's shaky. That could have very easily been 2-2. Did Connor's jacket make it to the live show? It didn't, Liz, and I asked him this in the car on the way up.
Couldn't find it.
He couldn't find it. I'm taking it was robbed. Right, free kick to Darmstadt here. Szoboszlai standing over it to slow it down. Linda can play the 6. There's a joke there, but I'm not going to make it. Right, here we go. Free kick to Darmstadt. Liverpool holding the defensive line just ahead of the 18-yard box. Darmstadt go deep with the free kick. Second ball is headed over the bar, but again, they found a way through, which was one ball. Thankfully for us, the header directed back goalwards went over Alisson Becker's crossbar and behind for a Liverpool goal kick. Darmstadt are certainly working their way into this game. Craig, you look like Keith Wood. I've heard that one as well. I wish I had his money and his career. a great player, a great representative for Ireland, Keith Wood. Robertson. De Lucho. Ball inside. De Jota. Not much help there. A bit of a flailing arm in the face of the Darmstadt player. Ref waves play on. McAllister does well, keeps possession. It's now a Virgil van Dijk. Love your content. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that, Mr. Isaacson. Thank you so much. McAllister again. He's very good at keeping possession. Very good at not getting dispossessed, even under pressure. Again, we've given it away, though. Darmstadt looking to get in that space vacated by Trent, right-hand side. But thankfully for us, we had enough cover back. Come on, boys. Press. Press. That's it. Press. That's not a great press, but eventually Darmstadt ended up just playing it upfield. Van Dijk goes back to Alisson. How are we doing on the comparables, Crosby? McAllister, Kabir. McAllister is playing as the DM today. How are you rating our new midfielders? Do you know what? I feel a bit to be convinced by Szoboszlai so far. You know, he's done a lot of good stuff, but I want some of the flashy stuff from him as well. McAllister, look, I love McAllister. Blown away by his signing. So we're up, Mr. Crosby.
Yeah.
Sweet, we'll take that. Do you know the Italian referee that was allowed to referee games the past stage was allowed to? You can't. Oh, Pierluigi Collina. Oh, what's a bet? He's the only referee I've probably never given any stick to in my life, mate. Pierluigi Collina is the GOAT of referees. He's the only referee in the world I've never been critical of. He's the best. The best of my lifetime, anyway. And somebody that you would not be given lip to, because that man goes psycho very quickly. I think he's the head of the referees now for the UEFA, if I'm not mistaken. Or even FIFA, perhaps. Do you think you'll beat Chelsea? I don't know what to expect, is the honest answer, because they have a lot of new blood in, and Nkunku's done his MCL, not his his MCL. So he's out for a few months, so he's not going to be playing against us anyway. But Jackson has impressed me, the guy they signed from Villarreal. Right, almost quarter of the way through this last preseason game. It is Liverpool 2-1 up against Darmstadt. Liverpool's goal scored by Mohamed Salah and Diogo Jota. 104.1k on TikTok. Thank you, Mark. Ball played forward by Darmstadt again. McAllister there. He loses out aerially. Second ball breaks. Darmstadt first to it. Good pressing by Szoboszlai. Good work, young man. Good work. Craig, do you still think Hendo is better than Scholes? Hendo's dead to me now, mate. So Hendocrit is how I call him these days. And that was bait for you United fans. Do you know what I mean? Let's be frank, like. Oh, ball in. Why did he played a nice ball into the penalty area to Diaz, and Diaz tried to pick out Jota. I don't know why he didn't have a strike himself. I don't know why he didn't take that on himself. Second ball back in now. Gakpo heads it, but it's about 11 yards wide, and it goes behind for a goal kick. The new background looking nice, thank you. Yes, it's awesome. The new setup. The team have worked so hard behind the scenes, and I can't but be in awe of the work that they've done. In fairness, so yeah, I'm a very happy camper today. Just out of curiosity, Connor, have you got that other camera running?
Yes, I think I might fix it.
Sweet.
I'm hopeful.
We're hopeful. We like that. We like that. Why is Henderson dead to me? We really need to ask that question, do we? We need to ask the question of why the man who was held up as an ally to the LGBTQ plus community that has run off for a payday to Saudi, and you're asking me why he's dead to me. Oh, I don't know. It could be because he's a hypocrite. You either are about one thing or you're not. You don't get to make a load of money from having morals. And he did make a lot of money from it. You don't get to be held up in the media as this bastion of morality only to run away at the first sign of somebody shaking a few quid at you. His morals were up for sale, mate. And your morals should never be up for sale. Especially when you're already minted. Again, Van Dijk just playing unnecessarily tricky passes to his teammates. Oh, ball slip behind. Oh, offside flags up against Lucho. And he blares it over anyway. Thank God that was offside. Because that was the offside flag was up there, wasn't it? If that wasn't up, that's an awful miss. Craig, do you support the LGBTQ plus? Of course. I support anybody that wants to find love in their life, mate. I want people to find love in their life, be happy. And if we don't want that for the rest of our fellow humans, what are we at? You know? So I want everyone to be happy, mate. If you find love in your life, if you're lucky, then I wish you the best. Do you know? Surely that's what we want. Anyway, let's not give any more time to him. Let's concentrate on the boys who are here, and let's start critiquing why this defense isn't able to keep out a lower tier German side. Well, a lower level German side, I should say. Gakpo to Diaz. Go on, little from Liverpool, and a nice strike from Dominic Szoboszlai, edge of the box, but keeper got his body behind it and made the save. But that was good sharp movement. See that from Szoboszlai. As soon as he received possession, puts it out one side and gets a strike away. Perfect. That's what we want to see. Just lost connection error end is what I'm hearing.
There you're back now.
See, I don't mean to be critical of my team, but I feel like this has been an unnecessarily complicated thing when we could have just done it from my end. But when you say lag to me, nothing I can do about it. He's got generational wealth. LFC paid him 200 mil already. Look, I don't want to talk about Henderson anymore, if that's okay. Brian's in the chat. Said, hi, Craig, Sláinte. Fabulous show Friday. An absolute pleasure to meet you. Your lovely bride and even Connor. Hopefully I'll see you in Dublin for Liverpool's EuroLeague victory. Cheers, my friend. Brian, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you and your brother, my friend. And I will be talking about that meal out we had for many years to come. It's my favorite dinner of my lifetime, Brian. So thank you so much for that. And myself and Connor, and of course Connor's partner, my wife, will definitely be taking a trip over to Boston to meet your good selves. So on behalf of all of us, mate, I can't thank you enough. Brian LFC USA in the chat there traveled all the way over from Massachusetts to join us for the live show, and brought myself and Connor and Sabrina out for dinner on Saturday night for, I think it's fair to say, Connor, the best meal of my life anyway.
Yeah, I have to agree.
It was unbelievable. If you're ever in Dublin, go to Tomahawk Steakhouse in Temple Bar. Oh my days. Delicious. Nade winning that aerial duel. We are 29 minutes on the clock. Liverpool 2, Darmstadt 1. Do I live in Ireland? I do indeed, yes. What's your front three for Liverpool? I think it depends on the game, Curtis. I think it depends on the opposition. I don't think we should have a front three that's the same for every game. Have you ever been to Glasgow? Nope, I've never been to Scotland at all, Zane. Why do stuff keep disappearing? Can I somebody get translation on that? What stuff? Nothing's disappearing, mate. Unless you're talking about clean sheets, in which case they're disappearing. Wexford Hun. Okay, well, you can fuck off. See ya. Hope that was worth your comment, Brian. Right, the Reds in possession. Robertson, ball in. That was dealt with by Darmstadt. Oh, nice footwork. Still in my head, this looks like we're playing Everton. McAllister now. Slides it into Lucho. Gakpo, strike. Ricocheted out. Jota blasted over. Goes beyond for a goal kick. Why is your nose red? It's a long story. That involves some last minute switches of cameras. But that's the story basically, yeah. Should we try swap at halftime? Do you reckon, Connor?
Might be a bit awkward with it, isn't it?
How is it awkward? We just,
If you want. What does producer think?
I don't know. Ask Mr. Producer Man. Fitz, I'm good, thank you, bud. I'd be a lot happier if our defense looked a bit more solid.
Try if you want to.
Vinny said, is there any transfer updates? I'm going to hang on after the game for a little bit, Vinny. We're going to have a chat about transfers and stuff like that. So, yeah, do stick around with us when the game's over because we will be talking transfers for a little bit, yeah. So basically what happened before we started the stream was we have a brand new camera that we bought, but the camera was overheating and it kept knocking off. So very quickly we had to revert back to my phone, and that's why we're not able to get the color settings as they should be. It's on us. It's nothing to do with our new producer or anything like that. It's on this end. Yeah, of course. If in doubt, always blame Connor. Oh, free kick there. Robertson clipping the ankles of the Darmstadt player, and can't argue against it. I mean, Robbo looks a little bit perplexed, but it was an open and shut case for me. Right, Darmstadt over this free kick. Allison setting up his wall. Again, we need to make sure defensively we are where we need to be here. Look at the man at the back post, the big tall guy. Obviously, he's going to make a late run here. And of course, he gets a head on it. I mean, you could see that a mile away. A child who's just new to football would have been able to tell you that they were going to go for the big guy at the back post. But we left them free. It's just not great defensively. Could you explain Darmstadt's goal? So they worked the ball centrally to the right-hand side. Then they played one ball over the top. Harley, we were holding a high defensive line. Didn't get back and recover in time. The Darmstadt player, still a lot of work to do, in fairness to him. It was a good finish, but it was just the defensive line wasn't right. How long will the boys get? I don't, Scotty, it's a good question. It's one I was asking myself earlier on. I would say you're probably right. 60, 70 is probably a fair assessment. Maybe some of the lads will get the full 90. I'm not sure. Oh, keeper's off his line here. Unlucky. Came at Gakpo left foot. He tried to lift it up over the keeper who was off his line, but just drops a yard or so wide. The on his weaker foot as well. So can't blame the lad. Keeper came out edge of his box. Ball came to Gakpo and he tried to just lift it up over the keeper, but dropped just wide of the post. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate you. Are we looking for any right backs? Oh, God, no. Maybe we can't even get in a DM at the minute, let alone look towards the third or fourth position on the list. The press has been pretty good from the forwards. They've definitely done their part today. But again, through the centre of midfield and defensively, we are looking a little bit suspect. Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. And we've a lot to talk about at half time, by the way, so don't be going anywhere. We've a lot to unpack. McAllister now. Ball out left-hand side to Lucho. Robertson goes on the overlap. Lucho gives it to him. Robbo's touch takes him a little bit wide. Back to Lucho. He cuts inside. Ball to Salah. Back to Lucho. He goes to ground. Referee says nothing doing. Darmstadt look to play it out now, right-hand side. Well in, Mo. Good pressing. Liverpool throw in. Well done, Mo. Great work from the Egyptian king. And we have a throw in now on the near side, thanks to Mo's pressing. Our attack is awesome. Like I think I'm right in saying we'll all agree the attack's pretty damn good. It's just the lack of cover and our defense that makes us all a little bit nerve-wracking or nerve-riddled. Nervous. That's the word. How did the Sugar Club go on Friday? Yeah, it was good. It was a very enjoyable evening. The vibe in the place was really cool. The only downside was I got to look at loads of other people eating pizza. And I was starving at that point. Apparently the venue did nice pizzas as well. My daughter had one, said they were lovely. So yeah, I can't say enough. The Sugar Club were so lovely to us. They were very welcoming. It was great. Craig, have you heard that the third levy bid was denied? Yes, unfortunately, Duchesne, and it's got to be at the point now we just pay or walk away. You know, we have no time to hang around anymore. We either pay the money they want or we leave and go get somebody else. We can't mess about anymore. Seamus Bannon, thank you, sir, for your super chat. Much love. So I want to just take a second to say thank you to the guys that you don't get to see, the people behind the scenes at Anfield Agenda that have made this new studio, that have made this new setup, this new technology possible. I couldn't do it. I'm an idiot. So to these guys behind the scenes, to Connor and our new addition, thank you for all of your help, support. We wouldn't look as snazzy as we do today without these guys and their hard work. So can we get some love hearts going in the chat for the new guy behind the scenes for all of his great work? Because it's a game changer for us and we're extremely happy with how things are coming out. Badger and Scousebird. Now, there's a name. Thank you for becoming a member. Badger and Scousebird. Love it. Lucho. Oh, unlucky. Drifts just over the bar. Why do Irish people support Liverpool? So I could go down this route and rip your argument to shreds, mate. But the short answer is, and I can only speak for me, there's a big Irish connection to the city of Liverpool. When people emigrated from Ireland to the UK, the boat went from Dublin and landed in Liverpool, and that's my connection. So if you're going down the support your local route, leave. Nobody wants to listen to you. If it's a genuine question, I think that's your answer. Sobotsly. Unlucky. Is that a corner? Yes, corner to Liverpool right-hand side. Craig, West Ham have approached United for a 60 mil package for Maguire and McTominay. Makes sense, especially McTominay. I can see McTominay doing quite well at West Ham, in all honesty, Josh. It's our secret. We love it. Thank you, Badger. Appreciate you, mate. Right, Robertson with the corner here. In swinger. Ibu gets up. Second ball drops to Jota. McAllister gives it out to Sobotsly. He tries a slide rule pass through, but the Darmstadt defence read it. It's now back with Trent. Trent with a diag out left-hand side. Jota gets the header. Darmstadt player puts it behind, and it'll be a Liverpool corner. Good ball there from Trent. Jota headed the ball back across the front of the goal. Darmstadt defender was there, heads it behind, and Liverpool have another corner. Did you see that Carragher called FSG out? Yes, and I'm very grateful that he used his platform to do it because he's spot on. Seamus Bannon, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, sir. Thank you for your support. Right, this time Rob is going to go with an outswinger. It's a low cross. It's cleared by Darmstadt. Second ball breaks to Trent. New guy needs a nickname. Yes. Yes, he does. Yeah, we need to have a nickname for the new guy. What will we call the new guy? What nickname are we going to give him? Would absolutely love to see Sobotsly score. So would I, Fitz. It'd be great. I feel like that's what we've missed out on in pre-season, is seeing Sobotsly get a score a worldie. Who called FSG out? Carragher. I will read you his comment in 1 second. So Jamie Carragher said, "This is embarrassing. Liverpool for years now have got deals done quickly with no fuss. If you don't think he's worth 50 million, move on. If you really want him, pay it. Also, not sure why Liverpool aren't in for Caicedo. Yes, it's a lot of money, but Liverpool got big money for Jordan Henderson and Fabinho." And I do not disagree with one word that Jamie Carragher wrote there. Okay, people think we're talking about Sobotsly for the nickname. We're not talking about Sobotsly as the new guy. We're talking about our new guy having a nickname. Fred. Let's just call him Jeff. Born on the 1st of Jeff, 19 Jeff to Jeff. Absolutely robbing jokes there from Eddie Izzard. Verge. Do you think Darwin will come on second half? Yes. I don't know if he'll get all the second half, but I definitely feel like we'll see him. Oh, I know what we call the new guy. I've got it now. And I've got it because I know he doesn't like this show. We'll call him Ngotty. Ngotty. All my Only Fools and Horses fans surely get that reference. Ngotty. And I know that this person doesn't like Only Fools and Horses, so it works.
On Ted.
Len. Bishop Brennan. Sorry, Len. Right. 2.5 minutes to go. Strike there from distance, pulled just wide of the keeper's right-hand post. Got it. Mr. Potato Head. That's my name, Martin. Maybe that's where you're going with it. But that's Lord Potato Head to you, sir. 2 minutes to go in the first half at Deepdale. It's still Liverpool 2, Darmstadt 1. I feel like we haven't had a goal now since the 9th minute or something. Started off with absolutely loads of goals in this one early doors. Diaz, he's dispossessed in midfield. Look at that from McAllister. He gets his body in the way so well, doesn't he? Again, Darmstadt try ball over the top. It's overhit this time. I have to say, Alisson's new kit looks very smart. Really like the goalkeeper's kit this season. Oh, Szoboszlai, he's been dispossessed centre of the park. That's not something we're going to want to see in the season itself. Darmstadt still in possession now, left-hand side. There he is. He's so good. He's so good. Lads, McAllister is just phenomenal. Free kick here to Darmstadt, though, in a very dangerous position. Tubby Custard. Yes, David. Tubby Custard. I've changed my Discord name to Craig Tubby Custard. And anyone who's with us for that stream will know what we're on about. It's the most random comment I think I've ever seen on one of our live streams because there was no context given. It was just Tubby Custard posted in. Right, as I said, free kick here to Darmstadt. Alisson setting his wall up. Certainly in a shootable position, this one. Free kick came off the top of the Liverpool wall and it goes behind for a Darmstadt corner. Corner for Darmstadt here. Wide left, out swinger. Ball in. Flicked on by Robertson. Darmstadt win the second ball. It's eventually hooked away by Jota. Then a strike from distance by Darmstadt goes over the crossbar, and that brings us to half time. It is half time, my friends. Yeah, we're going to try swap cameras now, guys. So stick with us. I will drop off your stream or your screen for a minute, but don't worry. We're just changing around the cameras. So no need to get stressed. It will, it'll go off for a second. We're just going to try the other camera. Yeah, I would say plug everything in and then last second plug it into the actual. So bear with us when we do this because I think it'll get even schmexier once we get the actual new camera sorted.
Keep reading comments.
Cool. Right, I'm going to read through your comments as Connor said anyway. You all right, Craig? There's a lot of Irish in Liverpool. I don't understand why the Welsh support the Manx. Yes, the Welsh should be supporting Liverpool. You're damn right. Who scored? So, first goal was scored by Mohamed Salah. Second goal scored by Diogo Jota, assisted by Mohamed Salah. So again, don't freak out. We're just changing cameras. Don't you worry that I'm going off your screen. The beautiful bald man will be back soon.
Everyone's thanking me now you're not on the screen.
I mean, I'm sure there was women halfway through a masturbation there that are just very upset right now. You know, we've got to think of the women, Connor.
For any moment, you're not thinking of the women.
I'm married, so no. Do. You look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Mum. Appreciate you. Ooh. Right, we're nearly there. Don't worry. We're nearly there. Craig's hidden agenda. Craig, come back. Yes, with me colour TV and me TD collection. Up Bob Marley. Nearly there, folks. 2 seconds. People actually saying, where is he gone? Like we haven't been discussing this for the last 5 minutes.
Still here.
Will that just be the camera one click on now? Oh, a bit bright now. Maybe turn the light down a little bit.
Yeah, so
We'll be coming back soon. Ooh, where's Craigo? You'll see me soon. Don't worry, folks. You'll see me soon.
cool.
Do. Oh, God, he's very white and bright. Lower down the light.
Just behind the scenes, you have to see now.
You turned up the orange, turn down the orange.
On the power.
There's 2 dials. That's the orange down, right? Oh, I'm blinded. I was looking directly at the light. Well, don't worry. We're messing around with a colour at the other end here. Just leave that one. That was spot on. We'll let producer man do the rest.
How's she looking?
Very white, but we will allow our producer to do his thing in the background. But yeah, we're on the new camera now. So you should even see my nostril hairs at this point. And I did shave my nostril hairs in preparation, let me say. Manscaped, how are you? Just a reminder today, my friends, as well, that we are proudly being brought to you with thanks to, in my opinion, the best Irish company there is. And that is, of course, oosh.com. Oosh are the home of giveaways, whether it be cars, cash, tech, holidays, or those all-important football club packages. Our good friends at oosh.com have always got you covered. Don't forget, AA10 is your discount code if you would like to get 10% off any entry into an Oosh draw. We will be doing giveaways throughout the season as well, with thanks to our friends at Oosh, excuse me. And yes, thank you. Oh, look at me looking clean, crisp, and ready now. I like it. Looking sharp. Well done, Mr. Producer Man. Can we get a round of applause or some hearts on the go for Mr. Producer Man, who's doing a worldie backstage here? Gary. Gary's doing bits. Oh yeah, I even feel better now looking at myself in full 4K. Is it full 4K?
Yeah, never just pray the camera doesn't go up.
Yeah. Twitch or YouTube this season? Oh, it's YouTube, mate. We're fully YouTube, Kenny. All the way now. Can I sing a song for us? Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I don't know the rest of the words, so got it. But they'll be at the back of the garden by the end of the stream. Respect the tech. I like that phrase. I think our producer likes that phrase as well. Respect the tech. Well played. And then I can follow that up with respect the tick. This guy. Can the new bloke play as a 6? I don't know, Mr. Producer. Can you play as a 6? Do you think we should switch to a 4-2-3-1? No. We don't need. We need our owners. We don't need to have 2 defense. We don't even have. You want to switch to a 4-2-3-1? We don't have 2 defensive midfielders. We don't even have 1. So what does Connor do now in the background? He's taking care of socials, clips, lots of other bits and pieces, making sure I don't press any buttons that makes everything blow up. Yeah, there's a lot of work gone into today. And again, I want to just say thank you for everyone for the hard work. Can we see Newlon? Not today. No, we will have Newlon ready for you soon, but not today. Could we please not get a song? Excuse me, Ramadan, are you trying to say something? Like, I'm here giving you full on, I don't know, Adele level audio. And it's not good. So not go on to Ireland's Got Talent is what you're saying then. Right, look, half time is give us a perfect opportunity to discuss the transfer window and the lack of business by Liverpool. I'm so happy that Jamie Carragher went in on the owners today because he's absolutely right. Whatever you think about our transfer business, it is a shambles at this point. It is. It's embarrassing that we are 6 days away from the start of a Premier League campaign and Jurgen Klopp does not have a recognised defensive midfielder in the squad. That's unacceptable. And you might think, hang on, Craig, there's still a month or so to go in the window. Fair enough. But if any club knows what it feels like to miss out on a league title or a European place by a couple of points, it should be us. So we don't have the wiggle room to drop points early in the season. We need to get off to a good start. And our owners have not given the manager the opportunity to get off to that good start because, and I can't say this enough, John is an asshole. That's what I think of the man. I've no time for him. He's a spoofer. He's a codder. He's a charlatan. And he's running Liverpool Football Club like a mid-level French team. It's unacceptable. Spend money or sell, John. Nobody wants you here anymore, mate. You're an absolute clown. Sell the club or back the manager. It is that simple. It's not acceptable to give Jurgen Klopp 2 players when he's lost 8. It is unacceptable. Sell the club or invest. You can't get away with your lies anymore. Nobody's buying it. The fake media outlets that you have brown nosing you like the Echo, we all see through it. We all know what they are. We all know what you are. Is you're a spoofer, a chancer, a charlatan, a codder. Get out or invest. Join the stream late. Who's been our best player in your opinion? McAllister for me. Here we go. Liverpool signed talented midfielder Jurgen Klopp on a free transfer to play in the number 6. Colin, don't rule that out yet. I mean, we'll hear Jay Spearing's name mentioned at some point, I'm sure, as well. Craig, I wouldn't be surprised if the news came out that we paid the money or walked away. It's got to be one or the other at this point, Kareem's, right? Because, so look, I've said this to the lads before the stream. If you go to buy a house tomorrow and the house is at 500 grand and you put a bid in and the owner of the house comes back to you and said, look, we want 500 grand. You can bid 470, 480, 495. It won't matter. We want 500 grand. We will not sell this house unless we get 500 grand. It becomes very clear very quickly that you either pay the money or you go find another house. And if Southampton's viewpoint has always been, we are not going to listen to anything below 50, then it's a very simple case of pay the money or walk away. But dragging it out isn't fooling anybody, John, because we all know your MO. Make this go close to the end of the window, fall just short, talk about future investment, and some idiots will fall for it. But thankfully, most of the fan base is now seeing straight through that guff. Is there only one defensive midfielder in the world? As Carragher said, there is no reason why we shouldn't be looking to buy Caicedo other than John's cheap. So that's the only reason I can think of. As Jamie Carragher said, nobody can say that he's not available. He clearly is. Nobody can say that a precedent hasn't been set for the price of midfielders of that ilk, because it has. Rice, Enzo, and now Caicedo. And Caicedo can give us that fullback cover as well if we need it, if Bajcetic goes into the 6. So it makes sense from a footballing perspective. The only reason we can't dare dream like that is because we know what a miserly Scrooge McDuck looking MO, or MF, I should say, excuse me, John is. It's been 50 million from the get-go, 40 million buyback clause plus 20 million of the sale. Southampton need 50. Exactly. Pat, look, it's at the point now, mate, where, It's clear. It's 50 or no. It's full duck or no dinner. We force McAllister into the CDM position. He should be a playmaker, give him space and a free role. In fairness to Alexis, I think he's done a decent job in that role, albeit it's not his, most familiar role. He's played there before. Let's be honest, FFG have never really backed Klopp. His squad. Look, I've got a stat here I'm going to go through in a second, actually, and I've been holding off on this stat. But I'm going to go back, scroll back to find this now, and I'm going to read it out to you. So bear with me. 2 seconds. I'm just scrolling back through my WhatsApp here. Right. No, that's the Tomahawk menu. That's not it. I don't think people want to know how much steak costs. Where is that one I saved the other day? Sorry, folks. I'm scrolling back here to find one specific graphic. You know what? Maybe it's in my photos. Yeah, it's in my photos. Right. I'm going to read this out to you, and you can make what you want of it, but transfers over £50 million. Are you ready? Chelsea have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Chelsea have 15 transfers over £50 million. Manchester United have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 over 50 million. Manchester City, well, they've added another one, so they're up to 15. Arsenal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 transfers over 50 million. Liverpool, 5. Chelsea, United, City, 16, 15, 15. Liverpool, 5. And 2 of them came from the Felipe Coutinho money, and they were the 2 big ones, really, in Virgil van Dijk and Alisson Becker. The only sort of semi-big club below us are Spurs. So we are operating far less than Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, and Chelsea in the market with that valuation of players coming in, over 50 million. It is pathetic. However much the steak cost, FSG won't buy it. Can we Klarna this steak? So we're punching then. It's ridiculous. Like we're trying to keep up with these guys on a minuscule level of budget and expenditure. Imagine what we could do if we actually had owners that gave a damn, that actually gave Klopp a chance. Right, second half's about to get underway. Again, I will get you guys a sync in a second. Liverpool playing from left to right in the second half. Right, we're on the way. Darmstadt moving the ball out left-hand side. They don't do the decent thing and launch it long. Again, I will give you a sync when we get to 45, 30. So bear with me. So right now, we're coming up to 45, 30. I'll give you a sync then. So it is 45 and 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Craig, will you bring anyone in, or is this it good for the 11th? Oh, we need players in, mate. But look, whoever comes in now won't play next week anyway. That's how late this has already gone. Not seeing any changes, by the way. So Klopp's obviously going to give the guys at least 60. Again, we give the ball away sloppily, but Verge comes back. He plays a misplaced pass into midfield as well. It's just sloppy, lads. Loving the new graphics. Thank you. Appreciate you. Verge heads the ball back forward. Again, Darmstadt clear it. Very interested to see what Klopp has instructed the boys to do here second half. Allison now playing sweeper keeper there. Heads the ball away in the edge of his 18-yard box. Thank you, Stephen, by the way. Appreciate you, mate. Oh, Darmstadt. Player goes to the ground. Referee says nothing doing. He did bundle himself to the ground there fairly easily. Gakpo dispossessed as Darmstadt now win back possession. Again, they try one straight ball over the top, and thankfully Trent's there to get a foot in and clear it. But it's a shaky start here to the second 45. Szoboszlai, Trent. Is there any way, Connor, that we could flip up the monitor? Because I can't see if it shuts off. We should be able to pay for LFC TV in installments. Yeah, exactly. We should play them at their own game. Spot on, thank you. Ball back with the Darmstadt keeper. Press comes on from Mo. Keeper goes long into midfield. Darmstadt player hits the deck. Referee says nothing doing. Play on. Free kick to Darmstadt. Foul by Jota. Welcome back to YouTube. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you, Nathan. Qatar, please buy Liverpool. Please don't. I've no interest in Liverpool being owned by a state. Yeah, buy a kit and say, I'll give you £35 now and 40 in add-ons. Seems only fair, David. Come on, boys. Press. Back with the keeper. Again, he puts his boot through it, launches it long. Thank you for that, Connor. Do you think we get Lavia? Your guess is as good as mine, my friend, but you would imagine so at this point. Like, if not, we have to start a whole new process all over again, trying to get the right players in. And the player wants Liverpool. You know, Fabrizio and other journalists have made that pretty clear. Diaz now. Does anyone know how much tickets were for this game, out of curiosity? Does anybody have any idea how much tickets were at Deepdale for this one? McAllister. Oh, lovely ball slipped into Jota. Referee pulls that back though and says Jota fouled the defender in the build up to that. Jota doesn't look too impressed. He's giving it the whole shrug of the shoulders. You'd rather FSG than Qataris? Yes, I would. I don't want to stay owning a football club. I don't want to become part of the problem. And I've gone through the pitfalls of being owned by a state many times, mate. You can't always just have short-term thinking. Canade, The Verge. Tickets were £20 plus 5 in add-ons. How much was it really? €85, someone else said. So what's that, about 7? No, that can't be right. Certainly they're not charging 70 quid for a friendly. Craig, you're simply clueless, mate. Mate, I've forgotten more about this game than you'll ever know. So I'm not clueless. I've seen what state ownership of other football clubs have done. They have ripped clubs apart. They have left them in debt. They have pulled their new shiny toy away and gone off to do other things. So I'm not clueless. You're just a twat. I understand the pitfalls of it because, unlike yourself, I don't just think about the next week or the next season. I think about Liverpool Football Club being here in 20, 30, 40, 50 years' time and being there for the next generations. We're not Malaga. And what's your point? Do you think it matters that we're Liverpool Football Club and not Malaga? It doesn't matter who it is. They could do what they want. You're part of the problem if you're a state-owned club. And I would rather a private individual or another investment fund bought us. Look at it this way. If it got to the point where Liverpool is owned by um let's say Liverpool's owned by Qatar and Saudi Arabia own Manchester, or excuse me, Newcastle, and Abu Dhabi own Manchester City. It's just going to end up in a peeing contest between rich states to see who has the most money. It's mental. Like, it'll just end up seeing the price of things skyrocketing to astronomical amounts of money that isn't actually affordable to football clubs. Oh, Darmstadt pushing here for an equaliser. Liverpool just about defend and get it away. Sketchy here, lads. Not been a great start to the second half. Like, how was Canade brushed off there by somebody half his size? As our defending is embarrassing. Ambani to buy Liverpool. Yes, please. I'm more than happy to have that gentleman from India buy the club, mate. No problem whatsoever. Give me a billionaire like him or Steve Ballmer or somebody like that. No problem. Oh, good play by Darmstadt down this left side. Again, Van Dijk comes across this time for some cover, though. 9 minutes into the second half. Still Liverpool 2, Darmstadt 1. Top 4 predictions. It's top 5 to get Champions League this season, Murphy boy. So I'm going to go City at this moment. City, Arsenal, Liverpool, United. Chelsea, Newcastle as my top 6. But this can change, of course, because the window's still open. Diaz, he goes to ground. Again, to me, that was a dive, and the ref's right not to give him a free kick. Darmstadt looking to play their way out. Liverpool have it back in midfield with Trent. Szoboszlai. Gakpo's first touch lets him down, and he ends up fouling the Darmstadt player and giving away a free kick. Those people can destroy the club too. You think Balmer's not a lunatic? I don't care if it's somebody from a private background from Qatar, brilliant, no problem. This isn't an anti that part of the world. This is an anti-state ownership, whether that state is Ireland, the UK, America, Qatar. I just don't want states owning football clubs. That's my point. It's nothing to do with what part of the world you're from. If there's a private Qatari citizen that wants to buy Liverpool, brilliant. You're very welcome to do it. Villa going to battle for 5th. They're certainly going to be in the mix. Their business has been quietly efficient. Some good signings. Great manager. And they're going to want to build on their, I think, am I right in saying they finished 7th last season? Trent has looked all over the place today, said Josh. I mean, we've looked a bit of a shambles at times today, in all honesty. Go on. Again, one extra touch from Gakpo. Press. That's the press. That's the press, boys. I mean, am I fair enough to say that we don't look ready for the start of the Premier League season next week at this moment in time? I think that's a pretty fair statement. Trent goes all the way back to Alisson. Clock's on 57 minutes. Liverpool 2, Darmstadt 1. We haven't had a goal since the 9th minute of this one. Gakpo. Diaz. Jota. Unlucky Diogo. It was a nice ball. He tried to slip through for Robertson. Robbo needs to get back into position now, though. £70 for the tickets. Wow. I thought our friend was maybe exaggerating a bit at €85, but £70. Andy's confirmed that that's right. That's crazy. Lads, that's I'm almost going to say that's embarrassing. What do you reckon, Connor? £70 for a pre-season friendly.
Not a fucking chance I'll pay that.
Not a hope. I wouldn't pay it either. My God, the club are taking the proverbial here. Right, a whole raft of substitutions going to take place now for the Reds.
Not even an Anfield leader.
70 quid. Fucking hell. That's nuts. Right, so who's there? Tsimikas, Gomez, Doak, Elliott, Matip, all getting ready to come on. Szoboszlai with the corner. Ball in. Goal. Beautiful goal. Lucho gets the touch. Fantastic. Great delivery by Dominic Szoboszlai. Lucho gets across the front, gets a flick. It's in off the underneath of the crossbar. Liverpool 3, Darmstadt 1. Lucho gets himself a goal and a great Szoboszlai corner. Great movement from Diaz. Gets across the front of his man. Gets a little flick in off the bar. That is wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Well done, Lucho. Great goal, that. Great delivery from Dom as well. And Liverpool are 3-1 up now with we're just about to hit the hour mark. Great delivery from Dom. Really, really good delivery. And again, good movement from Lucho. Right, so here come this whole raft of changes now. Salah's off. Robbo's off. Kanade's off. Jota's off. Verge is off. So Ben Doak is on. Tsimikas is on. Gomez, Matip, Elliott. Hopefully, we don't concede a shabby goal here with Gomez and Matip on the pitch.
Gary, you want to be getting good luck to figure all this out, won't he?
Yeah, got it. Who got third, Craig? The third, Diaz. Diaz just scored the third there, Jamie. Beautiful corner delivery from Dominic Szoboszlai. Diaz gets across the front of his man, gets a little flick. It goes in off the underneath of the crossbar. It was a great goal. Good delivery, great finish. Watch us lose 4-3 now. No, David, we don't be saying that. 3-all. Right. Gakpo to Tsimikas. Ball across. Second ball breaks back to Costas. Dinks it up in the air. Diaz. Couple of touches. Oh, keeper touches it around the post. Unlucky. Unlucky. Oh, Darwin's on as well. I just seen man bun and I assume Costas. I forgot there's another man bun out there. Right, corner here. Delivery drilled in. Darmstadt get a flick at the near post. Second ball breaks. Darmstadt have it. They clear it. We've got balls back. Gomez. Trent plays the ball back. Not Trent. He's gone off, hasn't he? I'm still getting used to who's on here. Elliott now. Pings one out left-hand side to Ben Doak. Go on, Doakey. Go on. Slips around the outside of his man. Tries to slip it across. Darmstadt get a foot in. Interesting seeing Ben Doak. Is he coming back to the right-hand side now? I was going to say it was interesting seeing him operating off the left-hand side there. And Natalie Allen. Welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultras. Appreciate you. Sing Peppa Pig. No. How about Ask Mahol? What centre back should we get before the window closes? At this point, I don't know. Inacio, Gay. Look, the same candidates that we spoke about all summer. Liverpool have a corner here. The Darmstadt keeper did try to scurry across and keep it in play, but it goes behind. Be a Liverpool corner again. Let's see if Szoboszlai can deliver another masterclass. What are you watching it on? LFC TV Go, mate. LFC TV Go. Corner in. Headed away by Darmstadt. McAllister. Second ball back out left-hand side. Costas now goes around the outside. Tries a cross, but it's blocked. It goes behind. It'll be another Liverpool corner left-hand side. Ben Davies back on loan. He couldn't even get into the Rangers squad, actually. Right. Another one from Costas to whip in here. Left foot. Darmstadt first on it. Second ball drops to Elliott. Brings it back to Ben Doak. Back to Elliott. Elliott gets a strike. It's blocked by the Darmstadt players and cleared. Only as far as Trent. Trent surveys the situation. Plays a deep ball out left side, which, well, actually Costas did well to keep in, but Darmstadt are in possession. Press, boys. Come on. Keep that press up. Press, press, press. Darmstadt keeper launches it long. Clock ticks towards the 65-minute mark. It's still Liverpool 3, Darmstadt 1. Thoughts on Van de Ven to Spurs? Oh, unlucky, Elliott. Unlucky. Drifts inside, gets it onto his left foot, tries to pick out the far corner, drags it about half a yard wide of the keeper's post. Somebody said, what was the question there a second ago? Where was the one I was reading now? Mickey Van de Ven. The thoughts are that the asking price was too much. It went from 30-35 to 45-50 very quickly. So, look, at this point, Liverpool are just being made a joke of by ourselves, by our cheapskate ways. And the longer the window drags on, the more difficult these deals are going to be to do, because clubs will have to replace these players. And again, we're just looking like a laughing stock here. Hi, boys. You're doing a great job on Defo FSG out. It's disgusting seeing a great manager in this position. I agree, Andrew. I think most of the chat would agree with you as well, sir. And thank you for your comment. Trent now plays the ball into the right channel. Doak, look at him, he's so quick. Doak now stands up the defender, cuts inside. Doak pulls it back. Diaz just couldn't bring it under control, and it's cleared by Darmstadt. But again, very good trickery there from Ben Doak. Craig, do you approve this friendly match? After all, you played Chelsea in less than a week. Well, I think that's the done thing pretty much this pre-season. You know, other clubs had their final games yesterday, the ones who play on Saturday and stuff. So, no, it's not unusual. I think a 6-day turnaround is fair enough. Right, Darmstadt making a few changes here now. Who scored? Diaz scored the third one, mate. The second one was scored by Jota, and the first goal scored by Mohamed Salah. How did the gig go on Friday? Yeah, it went well, Shane. Yeah, it was good. Audience were really cool. Audience were very good. Lots of interaction. Loads of a raft of changes here, by the way, by Darmstadt. I'm not just ignoring the game. Sorry, folks. Yeah, Darmstadt making a load of changes here. So you'll see like a double-sided yoke. Cool. Dope beats his man every single time. He's brilliant at that half yard. Nice one.
Working nursing home.
Yeah, it definitely feels that way. I forgot to take my tablets. That's why I was asking Connor to get there. Bear with me. "22 minutes left." Thank you, Connor. In this one, it's Liverpool 3, Darmstadt 1. How's Doak? He's looked really good. Can you do a show in Scotland next? I don't know if I'll ever do another live show. I underplayed how nervous I was to you guys, but I lost like a lot of sleep building up to that show because I'd never done it before and I was so nervous. I hope it went okay. I think it did. But yeah, it'll be a while before I put myself through that one again. Connor, by the way, he was absolutely cool as a cucumber on the night when he was sitting up there. I was a bag of nerves. I did enjoy the quiz, though.
The quiz is fun, isn't it?
Trent. Unlucky. McAllister tried to slip a through ball. I mean, Darmstadt haven't offered much in attack here in the last 10 or 15. Love the new setup. Thank you, Ganza. Yeah, it's a really, really cool setup. I'm very happy with it as well.
I don't want to jinx it, but I think the camera's good.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Who is Connor? How dare you, Joe? Connor's the other owner of the channel, mate. Connor's the other half of Anfield Agenda, the one that you guys don't see a lot of the time. The one who does all the actual work. I'm an ideas man, and Connor and our new guy, Gotti, have to make it work. And they do. Loving the new graphics, Craig. Great to see the channel getting better and better. Thank you very much. Allison passes the ball out to McAllister. Nothing on for him, so he slides it out right-hand side. Matip inside to Alexis again. Darwin, some good play by Darwin. Moves it out right-hand side to Doak. Go on, Doak, take him on. Just knock it. There he goes. He's so good. Look at that. Oh, that's filthy. He just didn't get the last touch, but that was filth. That was absolute filth from Doak. That little drag over. Oh, my days. He's so good. Oh, lads, we have a player. We have a player. Doak with a cross deep to the back post. Oh, my days. Oh, my God, this lad is going to be good. Have you got the game on there, Connor?
Yeah.
Did you see that from Doak?
Yeah.
It's just filth. It's absolute filth. Oh, is everybody else as excited about this dude? Because he looks legit. He's so fearless. Oh, there's something so exciting about a player that has the pace to just kill somebody over 2 or 3 yards. Like, it's... Oh, wow. Craig, we're really going to have to rely on the strikers this season to get us out of trouble. We can score goals, but we also concede. Very fair statement, Elston. Which makes it even more annoying because if we did get the DM and bring in another centre back, it just shows that we could be capable of a proper challenge. So it makes it even more frustrating that the owners aren't doing it. I mean, fair point, Jamie. Can you even call Doak sexy? He's underage. Fair point.
Allegedly.
It doesn't make none sense. Good ball into the left channel out to Lucho. Lucho brings it under control. Round the outside. Pulls it across. He did the right thing, but it was just great defending. Doak. Oh, strike blocked. That was brilliant from Lucho. It was just very good defending. Stopped Darwin from having a tap in. Back in possession now with Elliott. Slips it down looking for Doak. Doak gets his... That's surely a foul. No. In the Premier League, that would have been a penalty, in my opinion. He went through the back of Doak there. Watch this. Oh, no, they're showing the attack. Lucho does well. He did the right thing, but the defender just got into the right position to get his body between the ball and Darwin. Right, Klopp are making a couple more changes. Cody Gakpo coming off. Alexis McAllister coming off. Curtis the Truth Jones about to come on. I think Scanlon is the other one, is it? Trent coming off as well. Good news is no injuries. So far, so good on that front. Did Klopp not say Jones had a knock or something?
Just a slight bite, not bad. Just don't want to risk him for the whole game.
So Jones is on anyway. We'll get those substitutions sorted for you soon. Oh, good closing down. Darwin. Oh, strike from the edge of the box. Keeper gets a save. Lucky Darwin. It's not an obvious one, but why not snap up Maguire for centre back? Mate, we've got enough defensive issues without bringing in Harold. I'd rather bring in Harold from Neighbours to play at centre back than Maguire. Do you think Liverpool will beat Chelsea? I really don't know. That's the honest answer, mate. I truly don't know. History will tell us it's probably going to be a 0-0 draw, but I don't know. But we're not giving ourselves the best chance to do it, and I think that's the most frustrating part because we haven't been backed. The manager hasn't been backed in the market. Harold Bishop, yes, David, that's the one. I was going to go with Shipman, but I thought better of it. Stefan is still working his way back to fitness, mate. Stefan and Thiago are a little bit behind schedule. What did you think of Jake Paul's win? I didn't watch the fight, and the reason I didn't watch the fight was because I couldn't buy it through the app, and that was bugging me. They wanted me to go onto a desktop to buy it, so I didn't buy the fight. What do I think about it? I think it went as everyone expected, to be fair. Jake Paul's a naturally bigger man. He's a younger man, and he's improving with each fight. I don't really personally like the fella, but I have a lot of respect for him. He's putting himself in a ring. He deserves respect for that. So yeah, well done to him. Fair play. He won the fight and won it convincingly. $1K subs. Let's go. Nice. Did we hit 1,000 subs? What's the sub number on the? Because it's covered at my end. Actually, I could check in studio. It's grand.
185,390.
No, we're loads off that then. Do hit that subscribe button, by the way. If you are new to the channel, welcome in. It's great to have you with us. Free kick. Ben Doak has a Rooney vibe about him. I'm trying to think who he reminds me of. He's got a real serious look about him, doesn't he? JC Galvanil said, Doak, his build, height and speed reminds me of Michael Owen. They both have a square head too. Well, let's hope he doesn't piss off and leave us. You know, we did bring him in from Celtic and the kid looks really, really good. Did you hear about Salah transfer rumour? Yes, but it was put to bed by Remy Abbas pretty quickly. And thankfully so. Darmstadt strike. Ooh, pulls it wide of the post. 78 minutes on the clock. Still Liverpool 3, Darmstadt 1.
Who's left wing? Can you figure out?
Give me 2 seconds. I need to see his information.
I think Gomez gone to right back, isn't he? Kwan's in the middle.
Yes, Kwan's is a centre back, definitely.
Is it Scanlon left wing?
2 secs. Just need to see us set up in possession again. Jones? Who's that? 40 something. Whoever's 40 something. Scanlon. Good ball from Scanlon. Elliott cuts inside, dinks the ball out left hand side. Jones. Curtis Jones now left wing. Cuts inside. Gives the ball back to Darwin. Costas. Elliott. Little 1-2 again with Jones. Ball back with Scanlon. Looks to go around the outside. Unfortunately loses possession. Darmstadt keeper comes out and claims it. Just over 10 minutes to go. Still 3-1. Delighted to see Kwanzaa getting more minutes, by the way. Been very impressed with him in pre-season. I think for him and Bradley have been the two that I've enjoyed in pre-season, although, of course, Bradley has missed the last 3. Liverpool switch the ball across now, right-hand side. Joe Gomez. No movement ahead of him, so he has to go back. And there wasn't, in fairness to Joe. There was no movement there. Someone said, what's your score prediction? I think before the game, if my memory's right, I said 5-1, I think. Doak reminds me of a young Damien Duff. I think Duff's a little bit bigger in stature, but not a bad show. I love players that just have that standing start pace, like just that burst of acceleration from zero. Referee pulls this back for a free kick for a foul on Harvey Elliott. Elliott takes it quickly, goes short. Doak now, back to Elliott. Ball slipped in. Darwin, his strike is blocked and ricochets out, and it will be a throw into Liverpool right-hand side. Craig, do you think we score one more, succeed? Score. Have you ever thought of growing your hair? I'm not allowed. My wife won't let me, Tristan. No joke. She said I look like a scruffy teddy bear when I grow my hair, so I'm not allowed. Plus, I like it this way as well, if I'm being honest. Update on Lavia. We'll talk transfers for about 15 minutes when the match is over. Don't worry. We'll stay on live and do some transfer talk after the game finishes. Oh, cross in just a little bit too high for Darwin. Second ball breaks though. Scanlon. Back to Costas. Costas to Curtis Jones. Scanlon. Cost us. I mean, it's a nice little triangle, boys, but we're not getting anywhere. We gave them their first goal of pre-season. Oh, jeez, of course we did. That's about us, all right. We're very generous like that. Well done, Doak, keeping possession. Elliott now. Unlucky. Tries to pick a through ball to Gomez, but it's intercepted by Darmstadt, who are now looking to counter. Matip steps across, though, and is able to see that ball out. He throws it quickly. Back to Alisson Becker. 82 minutes on the clock. Still 3-1 to Liverpool. He reminds me of Shaqiri. He's a very similar stature, yes. I mean, Shaqiri had the calves, though. You know what I mean? He never skipped a leg day, Shaqiri. Look at that ball to Doak. Slightly heavy touch. Unlucky young man. Brilliant ball. Doak got onto it. The touch was a little bit heavy, which gave the defender a chance to get back and put it behind for a corner. But again, it was good vision and again, good running, good timing from Ben Doak. Klopp looks happy anyway on the bench. Craig, you always make me laugh. Thank you. I'll take it. I mean, you put in that Garnacho and Cole Palmer comment about 15 times now, mate. Oh, we should have scored. Played off the line. Oh, that should have been another one. And he's nothing like Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer is about 8 inches taller and skinny. Garnacho, well, he's a shit haircut as well, so maybe. They're all very talented youngsters in their own right, though, to be fair. I mean, Darwin should have scored that, lads, let's be honest. He should have. Darwin should have scored it, and then the second ball was cleared off the line. Good travelling support for Darmstadt today. Seems like a fair amount of them there. What happened to the LFC chair? It's about 3 feet away from me as we speak. I've muted the TV, Craig, mate. You're my commentary. Good to be home. Thank you, Jay. Much appreciated, mate. So the LFC chair was at the live show, mate. People were able to jump up, get a photo on it if they wanted. Connor sat himself on it for the Q&A as well. The almighty Screagle, thank you for your super chat, my friend. Said, awesome new layout for your scoreboard and starting 11, even with the league table. Love the content. Would you support Doak for a Salah backup? Oh, God, yes. Yes. Now, I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid because, you know, he should be able to develop. But, you know, I said earlier on in this stream, at the start of the stream, in my opinion, we will see Salah sold next summer. That's my opinion on this because he'll have 1 year to go and we cannot allow another player to leave for free. And I don't see FSG giving him another contract extension. So I hope Doak gets at least this season to bed in and show what he can do. But he looks legit. And look, it'll take a bit of luck and it'll take some hard work on his own part. But I think we've got a special player on our hands. I'm very, very grateful to Celtic for allowing him to come down. Why didn't we go for Caicedo? You know the answer, Kim. Unfortunately, it's because John W. Henry is a spoofer, a charlatan, a clown, a cheap git. There are all of the answers, Kim. It's because Uncle John won't spend Christmas. I think LFC USA spent more on this transfer window than John. Darmstadt with a strike, takes a ricochet, but Alisson gets down and gets 2 hands on it. Under 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Congrats on your live show. Know how much guts that took for you, Craig. I'm English, wish I could have supported you. Thank you, Jay. It was the last test for me as a person, like, because it was really out of my comfort zone. But I'm glad I got through it. And I got through it because Connor was on point with everything at his end. And I got through it because the audience were absolutely amazing. And the audience came to participate. They didn't just come to sit there. They were they were part of the show, and it was great. It was very reassuring. It was lovely to hear people's stories about how they watched the channel or how they came to the channel and stuff like that. I think we spent a good 40 minutes afterwards just chatting with people. Again, another shout out to our sponsors today, Oosh. Don't forget about Oosh, the home of giveaways. Whether it be cars, cash, tech, holidays, or those all important football club packages, our friends at oosh.com have got you covered. You can get yourself 10% off any entry into any of the Oosh draws simply by using the Anfield Agenda discount code AA10. And Oosh will be sending one of you guys away in a trip during the season as well. On the live show, we did have a winner, and that winner was going to be going to Liverpool versus Everton, courtesy of our friends at Oosh as well, with one night's accommodation, 2 tickets on the cop to see Liverpool Everton in October, and 2 shirts of their choice from this season's Liverpool range. Again, huge thank you to our sponsors, Oosh. It was great to have them with us on the night for the live show as well. The game with Chelsea, my friend, is 4:30 Tina next Sunday. Two minutes to go plus stoppage time. Don't forget, we are going to be staying on for some transfer talk afterwards, so don't go anywhere when the game's over. Cross in from Gomez. Darwin, he heads it back down looking for a teammate. There was no one there, and it's hooked away by Darmstadt. Any tickets going for games? Oosh do a giveaway every week, Pat. Oosh do a Liverpool giveaway and a Manchester United giveaway on their site every single week. And sometimes tickets are as low as £5 or £6 to enter. So do check out oosh.com because they give away trips every single week to Liverpool or Manchester United. Nunes has been awful. Well, I wasn't the one that was clamoring from the start. I think the players who started the game up front today deserve to be starting the game up front from their pre-season. Do you think we'll win the Europa League? Yes, I do. And we should win it. Like, Liverpool being in it means we should win it. And the final's in Dublin, so I'm praying that we do get to the final, because even if I can't go to it, we've already discussed with the Sugar Club to do an event around the final in Dublin if we do get to it. So fingers crossed. Right, free kick to Liverpool. Ball will be coming in from the right-hand side. It'll be an in-swinger. Costa's left foot puts it in. Darmstadt get the ball headed away. Elliott wins the second ball. We're now into stoppage time. I haven't seen an indication yet of how many minutes. Diaz, Elliott. Darmstadt close it down. Ref blows it up. It's all over, my friends. Referee doesn't bother with the stoppage time, and I don't blame him. It's a pre-season friendly. It finishes Liverpool 3, Darmstadt 1. The last of Liverpool's pre-season games for this campaign before the new season kicks off against Chelsea next week. So well done to the boys for getting the victory today. And I'm going to stay on and talk transfers for the next 10 or 15 minutes. So don't go anywhere, because we've quite a bit to go through. We'll be we'll be rehashing the latest with Lavia. We'll be talking about what should and will maybe happen between now and the season getting underway. And of course, we will all take turns in calling John W. Henry and FSG out for being the cheap clowns that they are. Lots of smiling faces out there from the Liverpool players. And again, it was nice to see the boys play as close to home turf as possible. So yes, that finished up. Liverpool 3, Darmstadt 1. So look, Ben, our What's this guy in the chat? What's his name? Ben. No, you're not getting me with that one. Sorry. What transfers? Yes, that's the point, Shane. So, anything you guys want to talk about transfer-wise for the next 10, 15 minutes, whack it into the chat. I'm not going anywhere. We've a lot to get through. And let's start off with the latest on Romeo Lavia. So what do we know? Well, we know that Liverpool's third offer has been rejected by Southampton. And according to various journalists, they are holding out for that 50 million. And that's a minimum, apparently, according to Paul Joyce. A minimum of 50 million will be required to sign him. So, as Jamie Carragher said, you either pay it at this point or you go away and you look for somebody else. But we don't have the time to continuously mess about. And I'm very grateful for Jamie for coming out with what he said. I'm going to read out again, what Jamie Carragher said. This is embarrassing. Liverpool for years now have got deals done quickly and with no fuss. If you don't think he's worth 50 million, move on. If you really want him, pay it. Also, not sure why Liverpool aren't in for Caicedo. Yes, it's a lot of money, but Liverpool had got big money in for Fabinho and Henderson. Again, I absolutely agree. You can find all of these as well on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account if you want to check it out. Liverpool and Southampton are getting closer to an agreement. Surely a compromise gets reached. That's from James Pearce. Sasha Tavolieri has said, Romeo Lavia's side makes it clear that they want to sign for Liverpool this summer. There's a feeling that the deal's so close now that it would be a waste to end up at 45 million with bonuses included. So, again, why are we dragging it out? Just get it done. It has to be done now. Like, we could lose a league position each week that this goes by, potentially, if we don't get off to a great start. And how much is that going to cost us? We can't afford to not have another Champions League season. So we need to give ourselves the best chance to start the season as strongly as possible. Gravenberch thoughts re-emerging. Am I the only one who doesn't think Ryan Gravenberch is good enough? It just feels like the cheap option. And I think that's the truth of it. I really feel like this is just the cheap option from FSG because they know they can get Gravenberch for about 25 or 30 million. And he wasn't good enough at the start of the window. His performances in the under 21 Euros definitely didn't fill me full of confidence. And he still ain't good enough now. So Gravenberch can't be the answer. The answer has to be a statement. Either get Lavia and move on to the next one, or as Carragher said, pony up the dough and get Caicedo, or go back in for Decore, or anybody. But don't sit around embarrassing the club again a week before we're underway for the new season. Let's be sincere with all this. Lavia is not better than Stefan. Well, look, there's a very valid argument to be made about it being an overpriced deal. Absolutely. But that's what it takes. If you want the kid, you pay it. If you don't want them, you're wasting your time. You move on elsewhere. But I do agree with you. Like, he's got a bit more experience than Bajcetic, obviously. But Bajcetic is a promising player in his own right. We paid 300 grand for him. Opinions on signing Calvin Phillips, that he isn't good enough. Now, there was a new membership I missed out on. Ephraim Pearson, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. And again, all super chats and stuff will be read out if you put them in. There's one from JC Galvanil. Check Discord. I linked Kara's recent tweet replying to Gary. I want to know your thoughts. For the first time ever, I can actually do that because I can use my phone. So hang on one second, mate. I'll go into Discord and have a look at the one you're on about. He said, Gary, you haven't got a clue what's going on at Liverpool. The owners have a self-sustaining model that Klopp has bought into and produced miracles. Part of that was the transfer department that was the envy of Europe. That has gone now with Klopp running the club from top to bottom. Huh. Is there? So is he trying to put the blame on Klopp here then?
No, the rest are going to be fine.
Okay. I'll go through that in a second. One sec, my man. Where's the top to bottom one? Oh, yeah, I've got that now. Liverpool have had 3 directors of football in 18 months. This current one came out of a retirement to do the job this summer. He's a close contact with the manager. Liverpool's wage bill is 150 million more than Arsenal's. Just do the maths. Liverpool don't have an investor, Peter Lim, like you did at Salford, where you lads just got on a plane at the end of the season and begged them to spend more money. Ooh, wow. Ooh, I like that. Carragher's getting a bit tasty. I would disagree a little bit on the wage bill with Jamie Carragher, though, because we've cleared a lot of money off that wage bill this summer. A lot of money, about 50 to 60 million a season worth of savings on the wage bill. So that's the only bit of disagreement I'd have with Mr. Carragher on that one. Let's get Caicedo, please. You're looking shinier than ever. Thank you. I am roasting as well, to be honest with you. What happened to Drewsbury Hall? Thankfully, it was nonsense because, let's be honest, he's not good enough. Calvin Phillips better than Lavia and probably cheaper. One, he's not going to be better in the long term. Lavia's ceiling is far higher than Calvin Phillips. Two, Manchester City would absolutely pull our pants down. And three, he's had some injuries and he's hardly set the world on fire. And if Guardiola doesn't think he's good enough to even be a proper backup, there's no way I want him at Liverpool. Cole Forsyth, thank you, mate, for the super chat. Appreciate you. You didn't put a comment in, but appreciate you. No offense to Fluminense, but I hope they lose tomorrow. I think we all do, Lance, to be honest, mate. You know, because if they get knocked out with a couple of Libertadores, then, you know, maybe Liverpool can get Andre for a bit cheaper. I don't know. But they are 1-1 against Argentinos juniors after the first leg, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think Lavia has done enough on his side. He should be acting more like Caicedo. Maybe he's too loyal for that. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I never want to get behind a player acting up to get a transfer. It just comes down to John being cheap. It's simple as that. Like we can't point the finger of blame here at the player or at Southampton. He's their player. Southampton have every right to ask a fee, and if they don't get that fee, they have every right to keep their asset. From our perspective, this transfer window that was supposed to be under construction, shall we say, for the past 18 months, that no stone was being left unturned in, has seen us bring, as Carragher said, George Schmadtke out of retirement. I don't know what he's done exactly. Southampton just saying all along it's 50 million or nothing, and we're getting rinsed by our owners once again because John is cheap. JC Galvanil, you're an absolute legend, mate. Gifted 5 more memberships. Thank you, mate. And I know that they'll be greatly appreciated by Michael, by Josh Gain, by Just a Fan, by I'm a Connor 21, and Aidan Rudd. Thank you, mate. You're an absolute gent. Are we getting new players or not? I mean, you're asking me, dude, like I'm the one that's stopping the transfers happening. We're all frustrated. And I think we're all like validated in this frustration because it's pathetic. Well, when did we sign Szoboszlai McAllister? I want to say it was like...
Before I went away, it was early July.
Right, let's say late June, early July. And here we are a month later and we've done nothing other than sell 2 players. That is... It's almost a sackable offense at this point for whoever's in charge of it because it's not even embarrassing. Embarrassing is an understatement. It's just pathetic. Kieran, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Pleasure to have you with us. Thank you for your support. We got to come together, Craig. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And we've got to let it be. I've been trying to say this for ages. But I'm always just called a wool, a mouthy fool, an idiot, a foreigner, a non-local. You know, I get all the usual abuse, but I've been right, like I am most of the time. And I've got John W. Henry's number. I'm not like, by that I mean, I got a read on him at that Super League stage, and that let me know everything I need to know about John because his apology was nonsense. It was absolutely fake. I didn't believe a word of it. Some people somehow bought it. It was PR 101. And he didn't mean a damn word of it. He'd have done it again the next week if he thought he could get away with it. He was willing to sell our soul to just get himself a few more quid. An absolute lowlife piece of dirt is what I think of John. Thoughts on Mbappe loan talks? Is it possible? I guess anything's possible, but I'm going to say this, Joe. What's the point? Why spunk 50, 60 million on a loan fee for Mbappe for a year and whatever his wages are? I mean, they vary between 600 grand and 2 million, depending on who you listen to. Why would we spunk all that money up against the wall when we can't spend 50 million for Lavia? It just doesn't make any rational sense. Kelvin said, such a great channel. We need them out. We can't go into the season with 2 signings. Mate, I'm very pleased that you found us. I'm very pleased that you're of the similar mindset. It's there's nothing else to say. It's lie after lie. Remember what we were told. We, as Liverpool fans, were told that we couldn't afford to do much more business because we had a really high wage bill. That was the excuse season after season, window after window. Wage bill, wage bill, wage bill. Well, that wage bill has been well and truly trimmed. We got rid of a lot of high earners. Henderson, Fabinho, Keita, Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Firmino, all off the wage bill, all in excess of 100 grand a week, some of them as much as 200 grand a week. We freed up about 60 million a season, and these cheapskates have done nothing. They have seen Fabinho sold, which should have been like manna from heaven for them, that free 40 million. They've seen Hendrick sold for 13 million. And what have we done? Nothing. We've allowed them to go and sat back and done nothing. No replacements brought in, nothing. How can you strengthen a team and rebuild a midfield by removing 8 players and adding 2? Even a rudimentary assessment of that is embarrassing. You remove 8 to a squad that's already the smallest squad in the Premier League. You add 2 to it, and you think that that's a rebuild? You think that that's acceptable? It's embarrassing. It's pathetic. And he knows it. He just doesn't care. Kareen said, Craig, I can't believe we're reluctant to pay £50 million for Lavia when Arsenal splashed 105 million on Rice. Yes, sir. And not only that, Chelsea splashed 106 million on Enzo. Caicedo's available. Chelsea are trying to sign a second £100 million midfielder. Let that sink in. Chelsea have spent about 700 million in the past 18 months. Manchester United were supposed to have financial issues this summer. Eric Ten Hag was apparently told that there's only going to be a set amount of money to spend until the ownership situation's resolved. And they've still outspent us by a long, long, long way. They've spent the money for Mason Mount, for Onana, for Højlund, and they're going to bring in another player on top of that as well. Our owners are a disgrace. And anybody who has constantly brown-nosed and supported these absolute spoofers, I hope you're sitting pretty now. You know who I'm talking about. The cowards. The ones that have sold their soul for a little bit of access, a little tickling of the nuts. I hope you're happy, because this is partly your doing. You're absolutely shocking. To have the cheek to call yourself a Liverpool fan, and the Echo to have the cheek to actually pretend like they're doing some proper reporting on all things Liverpool. Brown-nosing absolute scoundrels. That's what they are. And I'm biting my tongue because I don't want this segment to be demonetized, because I want my point to come across. Stop the brown-nosing and start doing some actual investigative journalism. Stop the brown-nosing and actually call out John W. Henry for the absolute spoofer that he is. John Kennelly, thank you, buddy, for joining Anfield Agenda FC. Appreciate you. The Echo's a joke. A joke. John W. Henry gives them a little interview and they can't blow enough smoke up his backside. It is pathetic. You are like children. Do your job, be journalists, and look out for the locals. Look out for the Scousers you claim to represent. Joke. And you have the cheek to ignore us. You've got the cheek to tell us we're an embarrassment. We are trying our best to get the point across. We're trying our best to look after Liverpool fans. We're trying our best to speak the truth. We're not cowering or hiding away like other channels. We're saying it as it is, and we don't care because we're right. We want the best for our football club. We want the best for our supporters. And most importantly, we want the best for a generational manager who has been asked to operate with one hand tied behind his back because John W. Henry is an absolute clown. That's a fact. No one in Liverpool buys the Echo anymore. It's printed in Oldham, if I'm not mistaken now. They're not journalists. They're lick arses. That's all they are. They just sit there and spout it. Read the Echo. Read any article you want. It'll say something like, John W. Henry's genius exposed with Nike deal. John W. Henry's true masterclass exposed. John W. Henry made this very clear. Stop it. Stop it. John W. Henry is a joke. Liverpool are a laughing stock. And it's not like we don't have the money. Because this lie that has been portrayed for the last few years, that we don't have the ability to go out and spend money, is just that, a lie. They choose not to spend money. They choose, because they keep getting away with it. If you owned a business and you were making profits hand over fist and the value of your company was going up and the customers didn't care that the quality had decreased and that the ingredients in your products were a bit crapper, why would you? You need that pressure on you. Because we know they don't care, but we also know they don't like negative PR. We also know that they're very brand aware. So all we can do as football fans is have our say, embarrass them, let them know exactly what you're in for if FSG buy your club or your business. You're in for an owner who doesn't give a damn. You're in for an owner who's an absolute spoofer. You're in for an owner who says that he wants to under promise and over deliver. John, they're your words. Under promise and over deliver. What have you done, John? Where's the money, John? You've done nothing because you're a fraud. If we don't get Lavia by tomorrow, I think we've pulled out, said Kareem's. Rafa Benitez will be back. Rafa Benitez would have been absolutely apoplectic right now. None of us from Liverpool even buy the Echo. Oh, I know, Jack. I know. Any Scouser I've spoke to, mate, has nothing positive to say about the Echo these days, buddy. I'm not trying to accuse Scousers of supporting it. I'm saying that the Echo are supposed to represent Scousers. The Echo are supposed to be reporting on what's going on in the city from a footballing perspective with Liverpool and Everton, of course, and obviously from a news perspective. And they're just brown-nosing so that they get their access, that they get their interviews with John W. Henry or Klopp. But it's cowardly. It's cowardly. I love the game today. The lads fought bravely. CDM survived. There was some good stuff today, mate. Yes, there really was. Some good stuff. The forwards are looking sharp and ready to go. It's just obviously been a frustrating day with the Lavia stuff coming out. But I'm glad to see Jamie Carragher have his say, and I hope it works. But look, I'm going to call that a night, my friends. I'm going to record a video, so this will be out later on, where I talk about the latest transfer stuff. Keep an eye out for it. But I want to say a huge thank you today to you guys for coming and joining us, to our team for all their hard work behind the scenes, our new producer as well. I hope you guys enjoy the new graphics and stuff like that. I'm blown away by it. I'm blown away by your support. Thank you to our sponsors, Oosh, who, of course, are the home of giveaways. You can get 10% off any Oosh draw by using our discount code AA10. And we will see you guys same time, same place tomorrow. One more super chat here to read before we finish up. Craig, I think one quick fix for that Liverpool squad is sell Núñez and buy a class right back. Trent moves into midfield, balanced squad. We shouldn't have to do that, though, my friend. We shouldn't have to sell to buy. The money should be there. We certainly have the ability to spend it. So I hear your point, but I still refuse to accept that that's how it has to be. It shouldn't be that way. So look, my friends, much love to you all. 6 days till we're underway with a new campaign. Again, thank you to my team for all the hard work today, and we will catch up with you guys soon. Much love. Bye.